And that was the story, the injuries for South Dakota. But North Dakota State did have 5 players in double figures. They were led by Trayson Anderson with 14 points and 5 rebounds. Trevion Carson led the team in rebounding with 7 of them. He's one of the best rebounding guards in the entire country. We'll get to that as the broadcast moves on. An overall outlook for North Dakota State, they average 81.1 points per game. That's third in the Summit. They give up 69.6 points per game. That's first in the Summit. And their point margin of 11.4 is also atop the Summit League. Rebounding, they average 36.4 per contest, also third in the Summit. 12.3 of those are offensive rebounds, which is second in the league, and it's the second best offensive rebounding team that ORU has seen this season. Well, the other, you may ask, Kennesaw State, a team in which they beat. So maybe ORU can match that energy here this afternoon. Finally, turnovers. This is one of the better turnover teams in the entire conference. We saw the best turnover team by the numbers in North Dakota the other day. Well, North Dakota State averages 11.4 turnovers, which is a plus 4.3 margin, second in the Summit League, of course, behind only UND. However, ORU did win the turnover battle against the Fighting Hawks a few days ago, so they did a really, really nice job combating the numbers. Let's see if they can do that here again today. Let's get a closer look at this offense that averages just over 81 points a game. They are 4-2 when they make 10-plus threes this season. They made 19 threes, a season high at Drake, and they have 9 games when shooting 45% or better from the field. They are 6-2 this year when they shoot at least 20 free throws as well. So keeping them off the charity stripe is going to be a point of concern for ORU. Some new faces for NDSU. They only return 20% of minutes played and only 14% of their scoring. Damari Wheeler-Thomas, a name to look out for, and Noah Fedderson. You remember him from last season. You may not remember Wheeler-Thomas. That's because he sat out as a red shirt with an injury. Some key losses for this Bison team. Well, Mason Miller to Javius Miller, Jakari White, and Jackson Money, and all of those either graduating or transferred. And Mason Miller, one of the best shooters in the Summit last year. To Javis Miller, went on to New Mexico. Jakari White went on to Virginia, and Jackson Money currently resides on the Warriors G League team right now. Those 4 combined for 58.9 points per game of North Dakota State's 81.1 points per game a season ago. So the exact same number from last season. Let's get you the players to watch for the Bison this afternoon. It all starts with number 1, Damari Wheeler-Thomas, leading the team in scoring with 14.5 per game, 3 rebounds and 3 assists, a redshirt last season. He's averaging nearly 16 a game in his last 5. And, of course, he started all 32 games 2 seasons ago, so he's picking up right where he left off after the injury to him last season. Number 30, Makai Strickland is a name to look out for, 14.1 points per game, 4 rebounds and 0.9 assists. He is a preseason second-teamer in the Summit League, a transfer from Western Michigan. He's a second leading scorer, and he's got double figures in 14 of the 16 games he's played in this season. Finally, it's number 5, Andy Stefanowicz, averaging 9.6 points per game, a much higher input than his total last year, 3.4 rebounds, but the number that really sticks off the page for him, 4.2 assists per game. He's one of the best assist men in the entire conference. He's got 3 or more assists in every game but one, and only one Bison has ever averaged 5.0 assists in a game per game in a season in the last 20 years. The only other Bison to do that is Ben Woodside, and you got to go back. He played here from 2005 to 2009. So approaching elite company for Andy Stefanowicz in the assist margin. Let's see if he can keep that up, and let's see if ORU can try and shut that down here this afternoon. As for Oral Roberts, they are 5-11, 0-1 in conference play with a loss to North Dakota the other day. They lost 72-61. Yudo Yamanuchi Williams with a career-high 20 points on 8 of 9 shooting. He was 1 of 1 from beyond the arc as well. Connor Dow pitched in 16 points. He made 3 threes in that effort. And it was the first game all year where Ty Harper did not score in double figures. He only had 6 points. Give the UND defense a lot of credit. They took him out of the ball game early and often, and he was held pretty quietly offensively. The first half woes are going to be the storyline here today. And ORU has pretty lackluster first halves. Most recently against UND the other day on Thursday. They have 6 first halves this season that they've scored 30 points or less in. 5 of those games have been in the last 6 contests. ORU is 1-5 when scoring 30 points or less in that first half. The lone win being that 20-point comeback victory over Montana State at home. And in those games where they average or scored rather less than 30 in the first half, they're averaging 38.3 points in the second half of such games. So they turn it around after halftime. It's just a matter of putting both 20-minute halves together. Can ORU do that this afternoon? That'll be the big question. Players to watch are the usual suspects. It'll be the leading scorer, Ty Harper, averaging just over 16 a game. Ofri Neve, the team's leader, vocally that is, with 12 points a game and 5 rebounds a game. And Connor Dow, coming off that 16-point performance, he's averaging just over 11 points per game as well. ORU is 17-23 all-time against NDSU. And last time out, NDSU beat ORU in overtime in this building, 94-88 in February. And the Golden Eagles trying to snap what is a 4-game losing streak to these very Bison. They're just 4-13 in Fargo all time. Well, as the Empire Fence pregame show continues, we will hear from assistant coach Donovan Williams. He'll break down today's game. He had the scout for this one, and then after that, we'll get you starting lineups and tip-off. So don't go anywhere. The Empire Fence pregame show continues after this. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Golden Eagle basketball is right around the corner. Time to get you geared up with everything you need to know with the Empire Fence pregame interview. Here's Connor Clark.
Welcome back to the Empire Fence pregame show. It is pregame interview time as Connor Clark sitting down with assistant coach Donovan Williams ahead of Oral Roberts and North Dakota State. And coach, game 2 of the road trip to kick off conference play, and kind of a bounce back opportunity for your squad as well. Of course, didn't go the way you guys wanted to on New Year's Day, but you get one of the best teams in the conference and a real opportunity to make a splash early on in conference play.
Yeah, absolutely. New year, happy New Year to you, Connor. We're super excited about the opportunity here on the road. Still trying to grow as a team collectively, and got a lot of respect for North Dakota State. Man, they're well-oiled machine. Program with a great tradition, and coach does a great job over there. So we're excited about the opportunity and looking forward to it.
Damari Wheeler-Thomas, we talked about yesterday, and a guy who didn't play at all with a red shirt and the injury, and now he comes back and kind of picked up where he left off 2 seasons ago, leading them in scoring, and he's been just a really overall impressive guard. And when you watch him on film, what are some of the things that stick out to you, and what kind of defensive schemes can you throw his way to throw him off?
Yeah, he's a dynamic, experienced guard, plays with a lot of pace and transition. So you got to try to slow him down, try to limit his easy opportunities in that regard. Shooting it very well from 3 as well, shooting 39% from 3, averaging 15 points a game. So, he's a good kid. He's a good player that does a lot of things to help his teams. We just want to try to slow him down and try to make him inefficient as possible.
Markai Strickland, another name to look out for, second leading scorer on this team. He was a Summit League preseason second-team selection, and the Western Michigan transfer obviously played well at WMU and is now one of the best players in the Summit, at least starting off, and a guy who really crashes the offensive glass. I know that's a big point of emphasis for your team here tonight. How do you go about keeping them off the boards as much as possible and just trying to win that battle, because it's always important in conference play?
Yeah, he plays with a lot of force, similar to his dad, Mark Strickland, who played a couple years in the NBA. But, he plays with a lot of force. He gets downhill. He does a lot of things for his team. He knows who he is. He's not a three-point shooter. Hadn't attempted any threes on the year, but still find a way to be effective, averaging 14 points a game. We just got to try to slow him down, not give him anything easy, and, just throw a lot of bodies at him.
Another thing I'm really curious about is Andy Stefanowicz, a guy who was more of a kind of a spot-up shooter for them last year, and he still has that ability, scoring a lot more, averaging almost 10 a game, but his assist numbers are the ones that really jump off the page, averaging over 4 of them a contest. And what is it about his ability to distribute the ball, even with that shooting ability in his back pocket?
Yeah, he's the head of the snake. He's the reason they're so efficient offensively and, one of the best turnover assist ratios, not only in the conference but in the country. So obviously slowing him down, trying to pressure, trying to blur vision, trying to take some of those passing opportunities away from him will be key. But he's a complete player. He's shooting at a high clip from 3 as well. Plays with great pace, always keeping his dribble in attack mode. So, we got to make sure we stay down and try to make him inefficient as well, and just try to disrupt his timing just a little bit if we can.
And speaking of the assist to turnover ratio, we talk about turnover margin, and North Dakota had the best in the conference at 5, and then North Dakota State has the second best at plus 4.3. But you guys did end up winning that turnover battle on New Year's Day. And what did you like about your team's effort, especially in that second half, because the turnover battle just completely flipped on its head and you guys ended up winning it when it was all said and done?
Yeah, we put together a really good second half. We outscored them in the second half last game. So, we're just trying to put together 40 complete minutes. If we can play the way we played the second half at South Dakota, I think we'll be in a great position, when the end of the game comes.
What about this offense as a whole for NDSU is kind of their, calling card, because they're the best scoring offense in the entire Summit League at just over 81 points a game. And they were like that last year. I know you guys weren't around for that last year, but it's kind of very similar. They like to get up and down. They like to fill it up. And they've had opportunities in games where they've hit 90 plus on multiple occasions.
Yeah, Coach Richmond over there, he does a really good job, encouraging those guys and teaching those guys to share the ball, play with freedom, and play together. That's a big reason they're such a well-balanced team. They all can dribble, pass, and shoot. They're all very skilled. They make it really tough on your defense, because they're always in attack mode, and they are a great passing team, very underrated passing team, which leads them to scoring close to 80 points a game. So, again, we want to be disruptive. We want to slow some of that timing down and, just make them inefficient and make it hard for them.
And speaking of your guys' defense, it's been really good over the last 6 games. You're averaging less than 70 points given up per contest. And it was kind of a 180 from the 5 games prior to that. It was nearly 86 points per game. Now it's under 70. What have you noticed on that end of the floor and just how the intensity has picked up over the last few weeks?
Yeah, when we're playing well, we're controlling tempo. And I think that's something that we as a new team, relatively young team, we're still trying to figure out, doing it on a consistent basis. Because if we can defend and rebound, I think we give ourselves a really good chance to win any game that we're in.
And final question for you here is, how do you guys go about getting out of the gate fast? Because this is a team that a good start will not necessarily be required against, but will certainly help you along the way on the road. So how do you guys come out of the gate with your hairs on fire?
Yeah, we're cautious, and we know we've been talking as a staff about trying to get off to better starts, trying to get our guys comfortable and warmed up or whatever we need to do to get them ready to play from the jump. We can't always wait to be hit in the mouth before we react. We got to come out there blazing fire, and we're definitely alert to that, and looking forward to having a great start today.
Well, Coach, as always, thanks so much for the time. Happy New Year, and good luck this afternoon.
Thanks, Connor. Appreciate it.
Well, starting lineups and tip-off come your way next. This is the Empire Fence pregame show. Let's get you those starting lineups here from the Shield Center in Fargo, North Dakota. The Bison of North Dakota State look like this. It's Travion Carson, Damari Wheeler-Thomas, Andy Stefanowitz, Markai Strickland, and Trayson Anderson. They're coached by David Richmond in his 12th season, a graduate of NDSU and one of the most successful coaches in this conference with 200-plus career wins. Oral Roberts, they look like this. It's Jack Turner, Ty Harper, Connor Dow, Ofri Neve, and Yuto Yamanuchi Williams. Head coach of the Golden Eagles, Corey Barnett, in his first season, trying to bounce back from a disappointing loss on New Year's Day, and they've got a fresh opportunity against one of the best teams, and right now the best team in the Summit League Conference. ORU will go left to right as we see it. NDSU going right to left as we see it, as ORU sports the Navy Blues on the road yet again, and NDSU in the home whites with the green lettering and numbering on the front and the back of the jersey. ORU with the white numbering and lettering on the front and the back of the jersey. It is Strickland and Yamaduchi Williams at center court. Whistles blown, balls in the air, and it's won back by NDSU, and we are underway from Fargo, North Dakota. Stefanowicz will bring it across for NDSU. Gives it up for Strickland between the circles. They swing it to Damari Wheeler-Thomas, the leading scorer here on the left wing with it. Makes his way to the top of the key. Now gives it back up for Strickland left side. 12 to shoot. Strickland backs his way down left of the lane. Wild shot up, no good. And the rebound ripped down by Connor Dow. And a stop on the opening possession for Oral Roberts as Ofri Neve brings it across the timeline and gives it up for Ty Harper between the circles. Harper shades right towards that sideline and sets up the play. Goes left around a couple of screens. Now top of the key, left wing for Dow. Dow with a pivot foot. Now extra pass into the corner. Neve wide open for three. Too strong. Long rebound, and Neve got his own miss. He's back up to the top of the key for Turner. And now they swing it around to the right corner for Harper. A pump fake. Thought about shooting it. Now he'll put it on the deck, trying to get out of there. 12 to shoot for the Golden Eagles. They swing it right to left. Yamaduchi Williams up for Harper, top of the key with 7 to shoot. Underneath, nice bounce pass, and Yamaduchi Williams floats it through. The find from Ty Harper, and a 2-0 start for the Golden Eagles on the road. Stefanowicz will bring it across right in front of us, left side. Works his way back to the top of the circle, and now left wing for Carson. Feeds it short corner left side for Strickland, who gets double teamed. They get it out of there, swing it left to right. Wheeler-Thomas, right wing three, got it. A good start for Damari Wheeler-Thomas. He knocks down his first look, and it is 3-2 Bison here to begin things. Just about 90 seconds into this one as Ty Harper gives it up for Yamaduchi Williams, right back to Harper, left wing. Harper looking for something to develop. Finally finds Dow. Right back to Harper towards midcourt. Now head of the key for Yamaduchi Williams. Hands off for Dow. Left to right. Now into the right corner for Turner. Pump fake. Got his man in the air a couple of times, but had to give it up. Now a handoff exchange top of the key. Dow drives inside with a left hand, and he scores on the left side of the lane. And it's a 4-3 start for Oral Roberts. Yamaduchi Williams and Connor Dow on the scoring board for Oral Roberts here to begin things 2 minutes in. Anderson gives it up. Head of the key for Carson, drives right. Now inside for Strickland, who throws it down with the right hand. He cut baseline, and he made him pay. And it's back to being a North Dakota State lead, 5-4. Just over 2 minutes into this first half as Harper brings it up slowly on the near sideline. Now Ingles left towards the top of the key, fights a double team for a moment. Crosses over a few times. Now hands it off for Yamaduchi Williams, right wing. He exchanges with Dow, works his way to the head of the key, reverses it back for Harper. Right corner three on the way. He's got it. Ty Harper connects on his first look from three. And both teams continuing to trade buckets here in the opening segment. Stefanowicz gives it up for Anderson, top of the key. Anderson surveys, wanted Strickland on the back cut, didn't have him. Now he'll drive in the right side of the lane. Couple of pump fakes, wild shot over Yamaduchi Williams, no good. Rebound loose on the deck, and it bounces right into the hands of Harper. Pushes it up near sideline for Dow. Thought about the pull-up three. Now will retreat into that right corner, and he threw it away. And Carson, he did pick off the pass, but he did step out of bounds. So ORU catches a break there, a turnover for a turnover, and the Golden Eagles retain possession. Now that'll prompt a sub here for North Dakota State as Noah Feddersen checks in for the first time. The junior from Minnesota, preseason second team on that Summit League list, joining Strickland, his teammate, as Turner will inbound it down the sideline on our side of the basketball court. 3 minutes into the first half, ORU up 7-5. Harper drives in left side from the top of the key, got tied up, lost it for a second, but retreats back out to the right corner now for Yamaduchi Williams. He drives baseline right side, and he got stripped on the way in. It'll go out of bounds off the Bison, and it will stay with ORU with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Baseline out of bounds for Jack Turner and company. Both teams off to a hot start offensively. Only missed one shot on each side. Gets it into Harper, right corner with 11 to shoot. Harper back to the top of the key for Dow. They swing it around. Turner left wide open for three, left wing, and he shot it but too strong. Two left open as he put it on the deck one extra time. Now Stefanowicz races across. They give it up straight on three for Carson. Good. Well, they waste no time getting up and down the court. Transition was something that we were going to have to look out for. And Travion Carson buries his first look. And the Bison back in front 8-7. About 3.5 minutes gone in this first half. Dow with it left wing on the other side. Rips it from right to left, but he lost it off of his foot out of bounds. Second turnover of the ball game for ORU. Gives it back to NDSU as Barron Smith checks in for the first time. Yamaduchi Williams checks out. And Emil Skuda checks in for North Dakota State, junior from Finland. Transfer from Sacramento State, was actually coached by Van Green last year, who's on ORU staff right now. Wheeler-Thomas hands off left wing gives it up for Carson. Couple of exchanges. Now Wheeler Thomas drives left baseline, gets cut off at the block, swings it head of the key for Carson, drives in with the right hand, wild layup up, no good. The interior defense has been nice for ORU, but NDSU gets an extra possession. Wheeler Thomas, now they swing it around. Stefanovic between the circles, gets to the left elbow, gets inside, had it blocked for a moment, ball loose, another offensive rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Barron Smith. And we'll stay with NDSU, and that'll send us to our first media timeout of the ball game. On offensive start on both sides was the Bison with a 1-point lead at home. 15:49 left to go in the first half. NDSU 8, ORU 7. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
What's going on? This is Luke Gray. You're listening to ORU Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Hey fans, Jim Norton Toyota is where T-Town gets Toyota. Why? Jim Norton Toyota always has a huge selection of new Toyotas. Jim Norton Toyota has lifetime warranties on every new Toyota, and you get it all, plus a huge Jim Norton Toyota discount. Come see him at Jim Norton Toyota, 9809 South Memorial, where T-Town gets Toyota. ORU down 1 at the first media timeout. Good offensive start from both sides. North Dakota State with an 8-7 lead. 15:49 left to go in the opening half of play. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Here from the Shield Center in Fargo, North Dakota. Game number 2 in conference play for both of these teams, and both of these teams with flip-flopped records as it's North Dakota State basketball out of the timeout as Stefanovic flips it in for Feddersen, far corner. Will drive in with the left hand, kicks it out head of the key now for Skuta. Now back out to the right wing for Carson with 13 on the timer. Carson skip pass, but it's right to Ty Harper. Nobody home for NDSU. Harper pushes it up the near sideline for Turner, right back to Harper. Drives in from the head of the key, kicks it out. Left corner, Dow catch and shoot 3. That one off the back rim, took a funky hop and found Feddersen, and the rebound to the Bison. Here comes Stefanovic across half court. Shifts directions right at midcourt, kicks it out. Feddersen straight on 3, wide open, left it short. Long rebound finds the hands of Carson, though. NDSU with a fresh 20. They swing it around to the right side, and Tay Smith knocks down a right wing 3. Multiple offensive rebounds and extra possessions right now for the Bison. That's the story. They've already got 4 offensive rebounds, and they lead by 4, 11-7. Neve head of the key, fights a double team, gets it over for Barron Smith, left side. Smith drives in with a left hand, gets through contact, but it got it swatted off the glass. Feddersen with a block, and now here comes Stefanovic. Shuffles it forward for Carson, kind of a dislodged exchange. Ball loose on the deck. Carson flips it out, head of the key for Smith. Now left side, Skuta thought about it, shuffles it over. Smith left corner 3. He's got back-to-back. Tay Smith left wide open, back-to-back possessions. And just like that, the lead balloons to 7. It is 14-7. As Harper will bring it across slowly as ORU trying to get back the pace of this ball game, currently favoring the Bison. Right side, Dow, he'll step back for 3, right wing, too short, and the rebound grabbed down by Carson as he skies in for that one. Stefanovic races across half court, stops at the head of the key, hands off for Skuta, who works his way left to right, drives in through everybody and throws it down. And ORU's going to take a timeout. 9-0 run in the blink of an eye for North Dakota State out of the media timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But the defense just getting absolutely shredded right now by the North Dakota State Bison. 13-3 run over the last 3:44. ORU has missed their last 4 shots. They've not scored in the last 3.5 minutes. They started 3 of 4. They're now 3 of 8. Bison 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 5 from downtown. Both teams have not shot a free throw right now, and it's the rebounding so far for the Bison. That's the story. They've got 7 of them to ORU's 3, and they're dominating the offensive glass 4-1 right now. After what was a pretty promising first segment for Oral Roberts, has turned into a pretty ugly second one, at least the start of it after the timeout. We talked about the lackluster first halves in the Empire Fence pregame show. They've had 6 of them where they score 30 or less, and while the opponent has taken full advantage, they're trying to avoid that right here as Cal Furtish and Martins Killips check into the ballgame out of the timeout for the first time. And it is ORU basketball out of the 32nd break as Coach Barnett tries to get his troops in order as Furnish brings it across, gives it right wing for Harper. Bounces it top of the key for Killips. They swing it around left side for Furnish. 20 seconds on the timer. Furnish gets bopped with a double team right at half court, and he throws it away. Smith with the steal, shuffles it forward, but Dow able to corral it for the Golden Eagles. He flips it back in bounds for Furnish, who gives it up for Harper. He's across half court now at the head of the key. Right elbow for Killips. Now back up top, Furnish. He'll reset. Furnish left wing Dow. Dow working with Riley Matthews in for the first time for the Bison. Harper gets a screen to the left, gets double teamed, and they're going to call an offensive foul on the screen. Barron Smith with the illegal screen, first foul of the ball game, and his first. Gives it right back to the Bison as Ofri Neve and Yuta Yamaduchi Williams check back in. Connor Dow and Barron Smith to the bench. Massey bounces it in for Wheeler Thomas, who will bring it across straight on. Shades left to the wing. Hands off for Smith, who's got 2 threes already. They exchange at the head of the key for Anderson. Now Wheeler Thomas drives in from the left side, kicks it out. Smith head of the key. 17 to shoot. Smith throws it right to the bench. Another turnover for NDSU. Kind of a careless one there as well. They've had a couple of those. Not on the same page as Smith threw it right to Isaac Green, who's sitting at the edge of the ORU bench. And the Golden Eagles have the basketball back. Neve flips it in for Furnish, who will bring it across for ORU, trying to get back on the scoreboard. They're scoreless in the last 4 minutes. They've turned it over 4 times in the last 4 minutes, make it 5 as Furnish gives it up. A bounce pass. Strickland throws it down over to Neve. The run continues for NDSU. It's 13-0 right now. Harper goes right baseline, skip pass opposite corner for Neve. He gets shut off now. He fakes the jumper. Now he'll pull up. Got partially blocked. Throws it off the side of the backboard. And here comes Massey running for NDSU. He'll pull it back out. Hands off for Wheeler Thomas. Catch and shoot 3 right side. Left it short. Offensive rebound, though, for Smith. A fresh 20. Wheeler Thomas at the NDSU logo. He goes right and gets fouled by Neve.
Oral Roberts foul number 9.
This is where ORU has got to get it right. A good first segment, and now this second segment of the first half is just unraveling at the seams as Jack Turner checks in for Ty Harper. Tay Smith will take a seat. Travion Carson back in for North Dakota State. They lead at 18-7 with 12:33 left to go in the first half. It's been a 13-0 run over the last 4 minutes. Bodies fly everywhere, and they finally get it in to Anderson at half court, who hands off for Wheeler Thomas. 16 to shoot for the Bison. Now left corner, driving in baseline. Carson going to work on Killips. Extra pass. Anderson straight on 3, too strong. And the rebound corralled by Jack Turner after a deflection. Pushes it up near sideline. Furnish, Killips, catch and shoot 3 right side. And that one bounces short and over the rim, out of bounds, but it's off the Bison. And ORU will retain possession. The baseline out of bounds play for Jack Turner. And he lobs it ahead of the key for Neve. Right back to Turner left side. He'll let one fly from 3. He's got it. Big shot for Jack Turner. Maybe that restores order a little bit as Turner's on the scoreboard for the first time. It's 18-10. Now inside, Strickland getting double teamed, wanting to back his way in. Throws it wild, head of the key for Massey. They swing it around. Opery for Carson, right side, left it short. Back tap, and that'll find Wheeler Thomas at half court. Another offensive rebound for this North Dakota State Bison team. Now Anderson on the back cut. Got it blocked by Yamaduchi Williams when they called a foul. Yamaduchi Williams says, hey, review that, but the bench says, no, it's okay. It was a good defensive effort there by Yamaduchi Williams, and it'll be 2 shots for Trayson Anderson on the other side of the timeout. The Bison starting to open up a little bit. They lead at 18-10 with 11:45 left to go in this first half. Don't step aside. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
This is number 1, Ty Harper, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
An 8-point Bison lead here with 11:45 left to go in the first half from the Shield Center in Fargo, North Dakota. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And after a pretty firepowery first 4 minutes, for lack of a better term, ORU has just won for their last 7. And they've had 5 turnovers in the last 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Now, we saw the turnover head rear its ugly head in that first half at North Dakota. They had 9 of them in the first half, and right now ORU with 5 of them, and we still have over halfway left in this first half, as it'll be free throws for Trayson Anderson after the foul from Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams that sent us to the break. He thought he had a block, but the Stripes thought otherwise, and it'll be Anderson, a 59% free throw shooter at the stripe, coming off of 14 points against South Dakota on New Year's Eve. Got his first start against South Dakota of the season. First free throw, rims in and out. So ORU catches a break there. Team in NDSU that shoots it at 72.3% rate from the line as a team. So pretty solid overall. One more for Anderson. He flings it up with the right hand. Too strong on the rebound for Turner. So an empty trip there for the Bison after the free throws, and Turner races up the near sideline. Gives it over for Furnish, deep left wing. Furnish looks for something to develop. Now dribbles right towards the NDSU logo at midcourt. Furnish gets a screen to the left, gets blitz, bounces it left wing for Neve. Neve extra pass, right side, Killips, catch and shoot 3 contested. Got it anyway. Martins Killips, a catch and shoot tray ball from the right wing. And ORU's back within 5, 18-13. Him and Turner with back-to-back threes for the ORU offense. Now Furnish all over Stefanowicz at midcourt. They exchange with Anderson, and now Strickland gives it right back to him, top of the key. Stefanowicz, a handoff right wing. Spins his way to the baseline, gets caught underneath the basket, throws it right to Neve, but it bounces off of him out of bounds. I think Neve was expecting it, but nice defensive effort there from Oral Roberts. It'll remain Bison ball on the baseline. As Chase Smith will check back in for the Bison as Carson takes a seat. Smith leads all scorers with 6 points right now. He's got 2 threes, so look out for him. Stefanowicz inbound on the baseline. Gets it in. Wheeler Thomas curls around, 15-footer, left it short on the baseline. Ball loose on the deck, and another second chance as Smith throws it right to Furnish. ORU's on the break. Furnish one-on-one with Wheeler Thomas. Missed it, but a late foul call. And looks like Cal Furnish will have free throws on the other end. The foul is on Wheeler Thomas, his first. And the first team foul as well. It'll be 2 shots for the freshman, Cal Furnish. 87% free throw shooter this season. And all of a sudden, a 6-0 run for ORU over the last minute 16. And it's a 7-0 run after Furnish knocks down the first free throw. Furnish, an 87% free throw shooter, as we mentioned. He had 1 rebound against North Dakota the other night. Native of Edmond, Oklahoma. Chance to knock down a pair. Flings it up with the right hand. It's up and good. And ORU is back within a possession. It's 18-15. Nice bounce back from Oral Roberts after the big NDSU run. And they put on 1-2-2 pressure out of the free throw make. It's a soft 1-2-2 pressure as Wheeler Thomas and Stefanowicz play catch, and they get it across for Smith. Right back for Wheeler Thomas, head of the key, crosses over, drives in straight on against Yuto Yamaduchi-Williams. He missed the layup, and the foul on the rebound will go on the Bison. It'll go on Noah Fenderson. His first and the team's second as him and Neve battled for the rebound. A couple of substitutions now for NDSU, as it'll be Emil Skuda back into the ball game. Takes the spot of Strickland, and Furnish will bring it across for Oral Roberts. They can tie it with a 3. 18-15 with 10:35 left to go in the first half. Furnish left wing for Neve. Neve with a pump fake, skips inside, high arcing floater up and down. Ofri Neve with a nice take, and ORU's back within 1. 18-17. It's an 8-0 run for Oral Roberts in the last minute 29. Make it 10-0 after the basket make from Neve. As Wheeler Thomas with it, head of the key on the other side, getting harassed by Turner, bounces it Scooter right wing. Drives in with a left hand, got lost underneath. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with NDSU as Turner thought it was off of Scooter last. Baron Smith and Connor Dow back in for Oral Roberts. And they're actually going to reverse the call and give it to Oral Roberts. So Turner was correct, and another turnover for the Bison. It is their 6th. ORU now winning the turnover battle. And a chance to take the lead here. 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Furnish between the circles, goes left after a Smith screen. Now left wing for Dow. Skip pass right side. Turner drives baseline. Turner floater up, try to bank it in, no good. And the rebound ripped down by Stefanowicz. He gets tied up with Turner. And a foul by Jack underneath the basket. He wanted a jump ball, and it's tagged for the foul anyway. His first and the team's 4th. So North Dakota State ball, leading by 1 as Wheeler Thomas rolls it in for Stefanowicz. Ingles right to left towards the near sideline right in front of us. Stefanowicz now head of the key for Wheeler Thomas. Works his way left to right. Kicks it out for Skuda. Top of the key, Feddersen. A couple of exchanges. Head of the key with 17 to shoot. Stefanowicz looking for help. Finds Wheeler Thomas on the handoff right wing. 11 to shoot. Wheeler Thomas shades right. Slithers his way in. Fadeaway jumper on the baseline is good over Baron Smith. And Wheeler Thomas back into the scoring column from 15 feet. It's 20-17. Bison in front. Furnish brings it across for ORU. Bounces it left elbow for Neve. Surveys. Neve directing traffic. Got it stripped for the moment, but got it back. Gives it up for Dow in between the circles. Goes right around a screen to the wing, but both Bison double team him. Now gives it up for Smith. A couple of handoffs. Now right corner for Connor Dow. Drives to the baseline. Got caught at the free throw line and now lost it. Gives it up for Neve. Step back 3 left corner at the horn. He's got it. Somehow Ofri Neve able to get that one to go from a tough angle behind the backboard in the left corner. And we're tied at 20 with 8:44 left to go in the first half. Feddersen head of the key. Dribbles right. Gets a screen to the right by Skuda. Now he'll go baseline. Feddersen picked up his dribble. Kicks it out. Smith with a fake pass. Now he gives it over Wheeler Thomas left wing. Wheeler Thomas goes right around the screen, steps back at the free throw line, bounces it underneath for Feddersen. Left block one-on-one against Smith. Wild shot up, no good. It was long, and Smith with the rebound. Now ORU wants to push. Furnish, head of steam, kicks it back out for Neve, who will reset. Now right back to Furnish left side, who hands off for Turner. Furnish left corner, drives baseline, head of the key. Neve back outside Turner, right back to Neve. He'll fire left wing 3 on the way. He's got it! Back-to-back threes, Ofri Neve, and ORU has the lead 23-20 with 8 minutes left to go in the first half. What a response by the Golden Eagles. A 16-2 run over the last 4 minutes, and they've got a 3-point advantage. Stefanowicz off the handoff, 2-man game with Feddersen. He missed the dunk short, but he gets fouled by Baron Smith. And 2 free throws for Noah Feddersen after the timeout. But ORU starting to heat up offensively. A 16-2 run has given them a 23-20 lead with 7:46 left to go in the first half of play. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Welcome to Lamar Outdoor Advertising, the largest outdoor advertising company in the U.S. and one of the most successful operators in the outdoor advertising industry. We offer advertising in 2/3 of the top 50 markets in the country, as well as over 100 years of experience to help you make the most of this valuable marketing tool. Please visit our website, www.lamar.com, to learn more about our award-winning team and services. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, too. Let us know how we can best assist you when we return to the line.
This is number 9, Ofri Nave, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Looking to score big on your next event? Check out Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills, now partnering with Ruffin Event Center next door. With 100,000 square feet of event space combined, is a strong play for gatherings of any size. Visit our website or call 918-493-7000 to book your stay or event today. Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills and Ruffin Event Center, where every stay feels like a championship win. A 16-2 Oral Roberts run over the last 4 minutes and 23 seconds has given them a 23-20 lead with 7:46 left to go in the first half. It'll be free throws for Noah Feddersen on the other side of the break after the foul from Barron Smith. His second personal foul. ORU's got 5 team fouls to NDSU's 2. But ORU has started to heat up offensively. Ofri Nave with back-to-back threes. He leads all scorers on the ORU side with 8 points. And then on the other side, it's Tay Smith with 6 leading the Bison. And Wheeler Thomas right behind him with 5, the team's leading scorer. ORU shooting 50%, NDSU 42%. ORU 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. And NDSU 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Golden Eagles 2 of 2 from the stripe. NDSU 0 of 2. From the stripe as they try and change that. Noah Feddersen, a very good free throw shooter, 82% on the year, coming off of 6 points and 5 rebounds against South Dakota on New Year's Eve. Averaged 12.5 a game against ORU in 2 contests last year, but he misses the first free throw long. And the dry spell continues from the charity stripe for NDSU here on Saturday afternoon. Feddersen came off the bench for the first time against South Dakota. He was replaced with Trayson Anderson, who got his first start. Second one on the way, and it is pure. So finally, the Bison see one go through. And speaking of Trayson Anderson, he takes Feddersen's spot after the free throw make. It is 23-21 ORU. They have the basketball. Ty Harper letting it roll after the inbound from Martins Killips. He picks it up right in front of his associate head coach, Corey Alford, and gets it across half court on the far sideline. Gets a screen from Luke Ray, who's into the ball game for the first time at the left wing. Skips it right corner for Killips. Pivot foot, now dumps it off inside. Gray missed it. Back tap is scooped up by Carson. And here come the Bison. Carson nearly had it poked away from behind, and Turner picks up the foul. I believe it'll be on Turner. He was lurking behind the play, and it is. That is his second. And the team's 6th. Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams checks in for Jack Turner. It'll be a baseline out-of-bounds play for Stefanowicz and the Bison. Gets it in quickly for Anderson. Hands it right back off to him. Now Wheeler Thomas at the right elbow. Kicks it out between the circles. Stefanowicz goes left. Hesitates. He shook Harper. Now he'll pull up from 10. Shot up no good off the front rim. Back tap right to Anderson. Second chance for the Bison. His put back no good. Another offensive rebound. They swing it around. Wheeler Thomas catch and shoot 3. Good. The offensive rebounds have just been killing ORU here in this first half. 8 of them for the Bison already. And they've got the lead right back, 24-23, under 7 to play in the opening 20. Harper shades from right to left as he crosses half court, being harassed by Strickland. Now he gets around a Yamanuchi-Williams screen. Flips it over right wing for Killips, right back to Harper where he was. Harper faked the pull-up 3. Now he gives it up to Killips, head of the key. Killips drives inside, kicks it out. Gray, right corner 3, catch and shoot off the front of the rim. And Dow couldn't grab the rebound. It bounces right to Wheeler Thomas. Head of steam for NDSU. Wheeler Thomas wanted to dump it off, and now he finally does. They swing it around. Stefanowicz left side. Gets around his screen to the free throw line. Now he works his way into the corner. He finds a cutting Carson. Now he works his way to the paint. Outside Wheeler Thomas, left wing 3. Rattles in and out. Another offensive rebound. Anderson got fouled on the putback, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. I believe they're going to get Martins Killips on the foul. They will. That is his first in the team's 7th, so NDSU is in the bonus as well. And that'll send Trayson Anderson to the free throw line where he missed his first 2 opportunities earlier. It's been the offensive glass that is the story right now. NDSU winning it 9-2 as Anderson's first free throw takes a friendly bounce. Cal Furnish checks in for Martins Killips, and Ofri Neve checks in for Luke Gray. 25-23 Bison, 6:19 left to go in the first half. ORU trying to get back at the Bison after getting swept each of the past 2 seasons on a 4-game skid against North Dakota State. Second one on the way from Anderson. He left it short. Back tap, but Dow was able to scoop that one up. And ORU's got the rebound for Furnish. Brings it across half court. Shade straight on now. He'll step back at the U in the NDSU logo. Now dribbles left at the wing. Gets double teamed, forced to retreat towards half court. Now Dow swings it for Neve right side. Neve, jab step, lost it out of bounds. It's off of Ofri, and it'll go back to NDSU. 5:59 left to go in the half. 6th turnover of the ball game so far for ORU. Both of them with 6 turnovers. As it's Stefanowicz bringing it across for NDSU. Far sideline. Stefanowicz angles left. Wanted Carson on the back cut. The pass was too far out in front of him. He throws it out of bounds, and NDSU gives it right back with their 7th turnover of the first half. Little uncharacteristic from NDSU. Again, we mentioned in the pregame, 2nd best turnover margin in the conference, right behind UND. They only turned it over around 11 times a game. Furnish, long-range 3 left wing. He's got it. Unexpected pleasure from Cal Furnish as he knocks it through about 3 feet beyond the arc. Deep left wing, and now here's Stefanowicz. Kicks it out. Carson had it stripped on the way in. Hits the deck with Furnish. Furnish wants to tie him up. He finally flips it over for Strickland. Extra pass. Anderson goes right baseline. Dislodges Yamanuchi Williams, but then had it blocked. Furnish picks up the loose ball. Gives it over for Neve. Extra pass for Dow. Rips it away from Stefanowicz. Dow, extra pass. Left corner. Harper, 3-ball. Yes! Golden Eagles continue to light it up from 3. They're 7th of the first half. They're 7-13, and they lead by 4, 29-25 with 5 left to go in the opening half from Fargo. Stefanowicz goes left to the wing, bounces it into that corner for Carson. They skip it opposite wing. Anderson catch and shoot 3, left it short, and the rebound for Neve. We'll slow it down for the time being as Neve will bring it across against Strickland. Rejects the screen from Yamanuchi Williams, now head of the key, hands off for Dow. Dow right back into the right corner for Furnish. 19 to shoot for the Golden Eagles. Furnish exchanges with Yamanuchi Williams, now right back to him. Pocket pass, Yamanuchi Williams, floater good. Beautiful 2-man game from Cal Furnish and Yamanuchi Williams. ORU with their largest lead at 6. It's 31-25. An 8-0 run over the last minute and 12 seconds as Stefanowicz goes from left to right wing. Hands off. Anderson fakes the exchange with Strickland. Now he gives it right back to Stefanowicz between the circles. Goes to the right wing. Those two play handoff. Stefanowicz reverse layup. Off the back rim, no good. And Yamanuchi Williams has the rebound. ORU wants to push as Furnish will bring it across left side. And he will slow it down. Deep left wing. Furnish now Neve right wing. Neve with 20 to shoot. Gives it for Dow and he threw it away. All the way back over to ORU's bench. And that'll send us to the intermediate timeout. But ORU on another run. This time it's 8-0. They've knocked down 7 first half threes, and they've got their largest lead of the ball game. It's Oral Roberts 31 and NDSU 25 with 3:48 left to go in the first half. Do not go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
The newly renovated Embassy Suites Hotel is an official partner of ORU Athletics. The All Suites Hilton property features made-to-order breakfast and a nightly reception for our guests. All new just for you, our full-service hotel will take care of ORU fans like no one else. Give them a call at 918-622-4000. ORU on an 8-0 run, and their largest lead of the ballgame at 6, 31-25. Golden Eagles in front. 3:48 left to go in the first half from Fargo, and a couple of big shots from Ofri Neve, and a nice two-man game from Cal Furnish and Yuto Yamanuchi Williams. Gives ORU the lead, continuing to shoot it very, very well. 52% from the field, 7 of 13 from beyond the arc. It's a much different story than what we've been accustomed to in the first half as of late. They haven't scored 30 points in 5 of the last 6 first halves, but they have done so tonight. Let's see if that brings a good omen for the Golden Eagles. They did turn it over. That sent us to this timeout, and it's NDSU basketball out of the timeout as Wheeler Thomas has it left wing, bounces it for Skuda, working against Neve inside the paint, kicks it out. They swing it around right back to Stefanowicz right wing. Stefanowicz works his way to the baseline. ORU settles back into that man-to-man defense after showing zone. Wheeler Thomas forced to fire at the horn. Airballed it short, and it's a shot clock violation. Beautifully done from ORU. They worked on that in shoot-around, this type of defense. They haven't run it all year, and it pays off in a big way on the opening possession. Fenderson takes a seat for NDSU. Anderson subs in for him. And the Golden Eagles a chance to extend the lead right now, up 6, 31-25. Harper brings it across straight on in a slow manner. Harper gives it over, left wing for Furnish. Gets a screen to the right now, actually faked the screen from Barron Smith. Now he gets it to the left, but doesn't use it. Stefanowicz all over Furnish. Now Dow swings it right wing for Neve with 11 to shoot. Neve head of the key, spins back to the right hand. At the free throw line, gives it up for Dow with 6. Dow steps back. Top of the key now for Harper with 4. Step back 3, that one well off the mark, and the rebound goes right to Anderson, and here comes NDSU. Wheeler Thomas up the near sideline, works his way ahead of the key, lost it against Neve, but got it back quickly. Now Stefanowicz with it right wing. Stefanowicz goes right baseline, gives it to a cutting Carson, who lays it up and in with the right hand. That was just beautiful offense from NDSU, and Carson with a nice back cut. And NDSU draws back within 4, 31-27, and that ends the 8-0 run. 2.5 to go in this first half from Fargo. Smith with it, head of the key for ORU. Fakes the handoff with Dow. Now he wants another try with him. Gives it over for Neve instead, left wing. Neve looks back towards where he came from, gives it up Furnish, drives baseline, floater up off the glass, too strong, and the rebound tapped right to Anderson. Here comes Stefanowicz with Carson a little bit slow to get up behind the play. Stefanowicz, left wing, works in on Furnish, but gets shut off at the baseline. Stefanowicz around a screen back in between the circles, continues his dribble, gives it up left corner, right back to Stefanowicz. Now Carson head of the key, 15 to shoot for the Bison. Carson goes baseline, gets caught underneath, kicks it out. Stefanowicz fakes this 3, and Furnish dislodged it, but a late whistle is called, and a foul will be called on Cal Furnish. That is his first and the team's 8th. So that sends NDSU to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Corey Barnett is arguing that Furnish did everything right. But to no avail. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up and down for Stefanowicz. 94% free throw shooter, so it's rare that we see him miss. I think KB's got a point, too. Furnish beat him to the spot, but maybe a little bit too much contact as both free throws go down for Stefanowicz. And it's back to a 2-point ball game, 31-29. Martins Killips and Yuto Yamanuchi Williams back into the ball game for ORU as Barron Smith and Cal Furnish take a seat. So ORU, after that 8-0 run, have not scored in the last 2.5 minutes. Let's see if they can end the last 2 minutes of this half on a high note. They bounce it, Killips right wing. Now between the circles for Harper. Left wing for Dow. Extra pass, Yamanuchi Williams fakes the handoff back to him left side. They give it up for Harper. Harper wants to go baseline, gets caught up, skip pass outside. Dow, right wing three on the way. He's got it. Rattles home for Connor Dow. And ORU back up 5 as CD gets in the 3-ball column. His first, he's got 5. Minute 22 left to go in this first half. Anderson hands off with Wheeler Thomas. Now they exchange at the head of the key with Scuda. And Wheeler Thomas was the intended target for Anderson's pass, but he wasn't home. And Anderson throws it right into the ORU bench. Another Bison turnover. Their 9th. Very uncharacteristic turnover half for the Bison. Again, averaging only 11 a game. Nearly meeting that average in the first 20. As we've got 70 seconds left to go in this first half. Killips, right wing, up top for Harper now. Goes back to the left, now back to Killips. They play catch. Harper gets fouled by Carson on the bump. That is the 13th foul, Carson's first. That's where NDSU has been really, really clean. Again, only 3 team fouls. That'll tell you the whole story. Be a sideline out of bounds play for Oral Roberts just off to the left of NDSU's bench. Neve will do the honors with 59.2 and 20 on the shot clock. Gets it in for Harper. Goes back towards that half-court line. Trying to extend the defense. Harper, he'll step into a left wing three. Knocks it down. Ty Harper left well too open, and he makes them pay. ORU knocks down their 10th 3 of the first half, and they take their largest lead, 37-29 with 40 ticks left. Anderson, head of the key. Works his way left around Yamaduchi Williams, and he tried to throw it down, but he missed it short. Harper off and running for ORU. Gives it right corner. Dow thought about the catch and shoot 3. Now he'll settle. Left corner. Ofri Neve catch and shoot 3. Too strong. And the rebound by Scuda. Shot clock off for the Bison. They've got 20 seconds. He'll slow it down at half court, and we'll give it up for Wheeler Thomas. They will hold for the final shot. ORU up 37-29, their largest lead. 10 seconds left to go. Wheeler Thomas in between the circles. Goes left. Thomas, left elbow. Kicks it back outside. Anderson, top of the key 3. Good. Knocks it down with a second and a half, and that'll put an end to the first half of play. But ORU takes a 5-point lead into the locker room. 37-32 after they shoot the 3-ball incredibly well in the first 20 minutes. We'll break it all down for you on the Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report. We'll break down the stats of the first 20 and get you caught up at all things college basketball here on another loaded slate this Saturday afternoon. So don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle Basketball, and this is the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
Time for a break in the action. Let's recap the first 20 minutes and catch you up with all things college hoops on the Golden Eagle Halftime Report. Here's play-by-play voice, Connor Clark.
Point lead over North Dakota State. It's the Golden Eagle Group Halftime Report. Let's break down that first 20 minutes of ball. A really, really good shooting half for Oral Roberts. They finish 50% from the field, 13 of 26, 9 of 17 from beyond the arc. That is one of their best first half totals of the entire season, and they're 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. The Bison, well, they started off well from the field, but finished rather poorly, just 38%, 11 of 29 from the field, 50% from 3, 6 of 12, and 50% from the charity stripe. Just 4 of 8. Turnovers, the Bison with 9 of them. ORU with 7 of them. Points off those turnovers. ORU's got 8. NDSU with 2. Total rebounding battles being rather dominated by the Bison, though. Winning it 20-12, 11-10 offensively, 9-2 on the offensive glass. That is something that has to change for Oral Roberts in the second 20 minutes if they want to try and get a road win here today, because those are going to be big rebounds down the stretch. Second chance points, 7-5 in favor of NDSU. Bench points, 9-8 in favor of NDSU. Points to the paint, even at 8. Fast break points, even at 2. Blocks, even at 1. Steals, even at 3. And assists, NDSU with 9. And Oral Roberts with 8 of them. Leading scorer for the Golden Eagles, it's Ty Harper, and he's starting to cook from 3. He's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 2 rebounds and 2 assists for him. Right behind him, it's Ofri Neve with a pair of 3s as well. He's got 8 points, and it's been a pretty even scoring day throughout the rest of the lineup. On the other side for NDSU, it is Damari Wheeler-Thomas, the team's leading scorer with 8 points. He also has a pair of 3s right behind him. It's Tay Smith, 2 of 2 from the field, both from beyond the arc. He's got 6 points. And then Carson right behind both of them with 5 points. Leading rebounder for the Bison right now, it is Carson, and he's one of the best rebounding guards in the entire country. He averages just over 7 of them per contest, and yet he is under the height of 6'3", but he's able to dominate the glass, and is one of the best rebounders at his position in the entire NCAA. So that is a stat breakdown out of the first 20 minutes from Fargo and Automotive Group halftime report. Let's get you caught up with all things college hoops. We'll start with the Summit League slate here this afternoon, and 3 games in action, of course, ours being one of them. Earlier, a final just up the road in Grand Forks. North Dakota, the preseason number 8 team in the Summit League poll, is 2-0 in conference play. They topple the South Dakota State Jackrabbits 90-87 in overtime. They score 11 points in that extra period to take out the Jackrabbits, and they are 8-10 and 2-0 in the Summit. Of course, 37-32 ORU in front here at the break in Fargo. And then the nightcap, Kansas City visits Omaha at Baxter Arena in Omaha, Nebraska. A lot of top 25 teams in action today. We'll get you the games that are currently going on. Number 1, Arizona all over Utah on the road, 58-39. That game's at halftime. Just starting the second half, number 6 Duke tied with Florida State on the road at 42. And a really good one in the SEC. Number 18 Arkansas hosting number 19 Tennessee. The Razorbacks leading that one 68-63. Finals from earlier today, number 8 Houston defeats Cincinnati on the road 67-60. SMU hands number 12 North Carolina their first loss in ACC play at home, 97-83. Number 17 Kansas falls to UCF, falling to 0-1 in Big 12 play, 81-75. Number 10 BYU takes care of Kansas State on the road, 83-73. Number 11 Vanderbilt beats South Carolina on the road, 83-71. Number 14 Alabama beats Kentucky at home, 89-74. Number 15 Texas Tech runs away with it at home against Oklahoma State, 102-80. Number 21 Virginia beats NC State on the road, 76-61. And number 23 Georgia wins a marathon against Auburn in overtime, 104-100. Games coming up later today at 5 o'clock. It's UCLA visiting number 25 Iowa in Iowa City. Number 20 Illinois visits Penn State at 6 o'clock. Number 5 Purdue goes on the road to Madison to take on the Wisconsin Badgers at 7 o'clock. And number 22 Florida visits Missouri at 7:30. That's a look at the college basketball scoreboard in the Summit League. And it's 37-32. This is the Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report. Don't go anywhere. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sand deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
Second half just moments away from getting underway here from the Shield Center in Fargo, North Dakota. At the break, Oral Roberts leading North Dakota State 37-32. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network, in a half in which ORU shot the ball extremely well. 13 of 26 from the field for 50%, 9 of 17 from beyond the arc, and it has been a widespread affair. Nobody in double figures for ORU despite shooting the ball so well. Ty Harper leads all scorers with 9 points. He is 3 of 4 from the field, all of those from beyond the arc. He's one of 2 Golden Eagles with multiple threes. Ofri Neve, the other Golden Eagle threes. Probably wouldn't have guessed that. But Ofri has made it look good from beyond the arc. On the other side, it is Damari Wheeler-Thomas leading the way for the Bison with 8 points, as it'll be Oral Roberts basketball. To open up half number 2, they'll go right to left. NDSU going left to right, both starting fives out there for both teams. For ORU, Turner, Harper, Dow, Neve, and Yamanuchi Williams. For NDSU, Carson, Wheeler-Thomas, Stefanowicz, Strickland, and Anderson. It'll be Ofri Neve to inbound it right in front of us on the near sideline. Bounces it in for Jack Turner. And here we go in half number 2. ORU nursing a 5-point lead at the break here on the road in Fargo against the number 1 team in the Summit right now. Turner goes right. He's at the wing, gives it between the circles for Dow with 15. Gives it up for Yamanuchi Williams. Now for Dow off the handoff. Dow, baseline, cutting. Ofri Neve, no good. His floater winds right into the arms of Yamanuchi Williams, and he puts it back. So Yuto Yamanuchi Williams back into the scoring column. ORU back up 7 after the second chance points. Stefanowicz on the other side for NDSU. Deep left wing. They bounce it in for Strickland left block. Outside, Carson straight on 3. Good. It was wide open as they helped down on Strickland. So a clear adjustment made there for NDSU, and it is back to a 4-point game, 39-35. Harper gets double-teamed at midcourt. Harper leaps out of it, throws towards the NDSU logo for Dow, who skips it into the left corner as Turner skies to go grab it. Turner goes baseline, gives it back outside. Yamanuchi Williams, he'll square up for 3, too short. And the rebound, Anderson, and they're going to say it went over the backboard, so it's out of bounds. And it'll go back to NDSU. Wheeler-Thomas bounces it in for Stefanowicz. Wheeler-Thomas, now Stefanowicz deep left wing. Now out for Wheeler-Thomas, right wing, back to Stefanowicz. Deep left wing 3 on the way. Left it short, and the rebound to Neve. Flips it over for Turner, who will bring it across far sideline. Turner gets a screen down to that right corner. Wants to go to work on Stefanowicz. Gets shut off, though, by a double team. Gives it up. Dow. Catch and shoot three. Long range. Knocks it through. Connor Dow, another three-pointer, his second. And Oral Roberts is 10th of the ball game. And they go back up 7, 42-35. That was a long one over a highly contested shot. Damari Wheeler-Thomas, head of the key, gives it left wing for Stefanowicz. A lob pass inside for Strickland. Harper goes over to help in the short corner left side. Strickland backs his way in outside. Wheeler-Thomas wide open for three. Couldn't hit, but the offensive rebound and put back for Carson. He came in out of nowhere, and no blue jerseys in sight. An easy putback. Makes it a 5-point game, 42-37. And the Bison fans starting to get into it a little bit. Harper between the circles. Gets double team. Bounces it. Yamaduchi Williams outside right corner, driving baseline to Vay, tried a pocket pass. It was knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Oral Roberts. Baseline out of bounds play for Jack Turner and company with 13 on the shot clock. Turner's got the basketball now. Lobs it ahead of the key. It was deflected, but Harper's able to grab it. Harper deep left wing, 8 to shoot. Harper backs his way out against Carson. Harper all the way in, dumps it off Yamaduchi Williams, a two-handed jam. Beautiful find from Ty Harper. 44-37, Oral Roberts in front. That was a thing of beauty. Strickland wants to back his way in, right baseline, reverse layup up, no good, but he gets fouled in the process. And the foul will go on Ofri Neve, his second. First team foul of the second half for Oral Roberts. And that'll send Markai Strickland to the free throw line. Another guy who does not shoot it very well, just 49% this year. Him and Anderson have struggled. Bends the knees, flings up the first one, and it goes down. A low arcer one, but it sneaks over the front of that rim. One more at the line for Strickland. He's got 5 points. 44-38, ORU in front. Second one from Strickland, left it short. Back tap, another offensive rebound for Wheeler-Thomas. He gives it up for Strickland, deep left wing. Wants to go to work on the mismatch against Turner. Up step inside, gets fouled again. That might be the third on Jack Turner. We'll find out in just a second. It is. It's the second team foul in a matter of seconds, and that'll prompt the bench to sub Cal Furnish back in to put in some really quality minutes in that first half. So Strickland back to the stripe. We split a pair just seconds ago. It's that offensive glass that has killed ORU as Strickland misses the first. Offensive rebound now 11-3 in favor of the Bison as Turner takes a seat, Furnish back in. Strickland with one bounce into the right palm, flings it up, left it short, missed them both, and the rebound Yamaduchi Williams, and he gets fouled in the process. Looks like Anderson the guilty party, and it is his first and the team's first. So that gives it back to Oral Roberts with 17:03 left to go in the ball game, up 44-38 against the Bison. Connor Dow will inbound it on his own baseline, bounces it into Ty Harper, who will bring it across far sideline. Harper nearly got caught in between the legs, gives it up for Neve near sideline. Neve now left wing for Furnish, 17 to shoot. Furnish works his way between the circles. Now left corner for Yamaduchi Williams. Yamaduchi Williams, a long skip pass. Harper catch and shoot three, left it short, and the rebound trickles out of bounds into the far corner. It goes back to the Bison. Not a bad look from Harper. He was open enough to shoot it. It just didn't go down that time. He's 3 of 5. All of his attempts coming from three, which is kind of a rarity for him, but that is how he's made his living so far. So Wheeler-Thomas, deep right wing. Oh, are you showing that weird defense they've been working on? Now they morph back into that man. Stefanowicz at the free throw line. Kind of navigating around, doesn't have anybody. Finally finds Wheeler-Thomas with 12. Now Anderson drives left baseline, 9 to shoot. Anderson gets caught up against Dow. Gives it up for Carson with 5. Now back outside, Wheeler-Thomas with 3. Wheeler-Thomas wants to go through the trees, missed it, and Dow cleans up the loose ball. Here comes Furnish up the far sideline. Furnish dumps it back, but nobody was there. I think he thought the referee was one of his players. Gives it up now. Carson for Wheeler-Thomas gets inside, and a block is called on Neve. And that'll be his third. So a costly turnover gives Neve another Another foul, and NDSU another possession. That sends us to the first media timeout of the second half. Oral Roberts still in front by 6. It's the Golden Eagles 44 and the Bison 38. We'll be back in a moment. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Basketball's so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 4, Lemon McGrady, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is the region's sports medicine authority and the official orthopedic and sports medicine provider for ORU athletes. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is focused on providing you with the personalized orthopedic care you deserve for the area's best names and the athlete in all of us. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is the region's sports medicine authority. 44-38 over North Dakota State with 16 flat left to go in the ballgame from Fargo. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. A foul on Ofri DeVay sent us to the timeout after a turnover, and ORU continues to shoot it at a very high clip, 50% from the field, 16 of 32, 10 of 20 from beyond the arc, and that has been the story offensively. Now on the glass, that's also been a storyline. North Dakota State out-rebounding Oral Roberts 11-3 on the offensive boards. That is a storyline to keep track of. But ORU is winning the turnover battle right now, 9-8 against a team in North Dakota State that has the second best turnover margin in the conference at plus 4.3. They only turned it over 11.4 times per game. So ORU has clearly found something defensively. And again, this defense has played very, very well over the last 6 games. They have allowed less than 70 points per contest. So that's not necessarily a surprise, but when you just look at the numbers, it definitely goes against all the trends we've been hyping up for this game, as it's North Dakota State basketball out of the timeout on a baseline out of bounds. They give it for Wheeler Thomas, working one-on-one with Harper. They skip it out. 3-ball on the way, too strong, but it bounces right back to Wheeler Thomas after Carson Smith took his first attempt at the ball game, his first minutes, as Harper nearly had the steal. It goes out of bounds opposite of the NDSU bench on the sideline. So it'll be Bison ball with 20 seconds on the timer. Across from their own bench, Wheeler Thomas inbounds it. Now an extra whistle. And they're seeing if it was a change of possession. And I believe they say no. So now we do it. Wheeler Thomas on the sideline gets it in quickly for Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz goes left at the wing, hands off for Smith. Now head of the key for Carson Smith. There's 2 Smiths on the floor right now. Scuda inside with 5. He'll turn around, fire over Yamaduchi Williams. No good. And the foul on the rebound on Carson Smith. An offensive foul for number 7 in white. Gives it back to Oral Roberts. His first and the team's second of the half. Luke Ray checks back in for Oral Roberts as Yamaduchi Williams takes a seat. As ORU remains up 6, 44-38. They've shot the ball well. They've played pretty solid defense on top of it. The energy level just seems at a different level right now as that one goes off of Harper out of bounds. The entry pass from Furnish. Back-to-back turnovers now for ORU. And, well, back-to-back really careless turnovers, for lack of a better term. So that'll give it back to the Bison as Wheeler Thomas brings it across, goes right, attacks from the wing. Scuda swings it top of the key for Smith, who hands it off for Tay Smith. He goes left, back outside for Carson Smith, and now Wheeler Thomas resets. He drives in from the left side, gets tied up with Gray, ball loose on the deck, and Gray's got the steal. Here comes Harper and company. Harper ahead for Dow. Left wing 3 on the way. That one off the front of the rim. Rebound tapped around in the corner. Who's going to grab it? It's Wheeler Thomas slithering in from nowhere, and here come the Bison. Gives it near sideline. Stefanowicz, head of the key, hands off for Wheeler Thomas. Right back to Stefanowicz, left wing. He backs his way in outside. Carson Smith with 20 on the timer. Now right side, Wheeler Thomas wants to go baseline. Gets underneath the basket, and he nearly threw it away. Now he does, as Harper came up with a steal. Him and Tay Smith were tied up. Harper, no-look pass underneath. Gray couldn't catch it cleanly. The ball trickles out of bounds. It stays with ORU. Chaotic sequence there, and a good look from Ty Harper. I don't know if Gray was necessarily ready for it, but it remains Golden Eagle basketball. 2 new subs for NDSU, Trayson Anderson and Travion Carson, 2 starters back into the ballgame as Carson Smith and Wheeler Thomas take a seat. So maybe ORU can take advantage with number 1 in white on the bench, team's leading scorer. They get it in. Harper off the baseline, out of bounds. Left corner 3, rattles in and out, and Anderson with a rebound. Gives it up for Stefanowicz, pushing it across, goes from left to right at the wing, hands off. Inside Carson, trying to drag the pivot foot, kicks it out. Now for Stefanowicz, back outside Carson, head of the key with 18 to shoot. Anderson, left wing, dribbles right towards that right wing. And now he's there, wants to back in on right block. Anderson gets caught underneath, but he finds Scuda all alone for the slam. Nice cut by Emil Scuda. And it's back to a 4-point game, 44-40, and here comes the crowd a little bit. First time we've really heard them all ball game. Harper across half court between the circles, goes right around a screen, gets double teamed. Harper now near wing for Connor Dow. 15 to shoot. Dow head of the key. He'll pull for 3 on the way. Rims out, and the rebound loose on the deck. Furnish nearly had it, but Scuda picks it up for the Bison. Here comes Stefanowicz across half court. He's at the left wing, goes around the screen, kicks it back out. Anderson catch and shoot 3, left it short, and the rebound tapped into the hands of Smith, who gets tied up with Furnish, and the possession arrow favors NDSU. It's the offensive glass. Continues to just destroy Oral Roberts as Udo is back in for Luke Ray. Hofri Neve will also check back in for Oral Roberts. Ty Harper takes a seat. Offensive rebounding now 13-3 in favor of the Bison as they get it in for Anderson. Right back to Stefanowicz. Now Smith left wing. Smith into the corner for Scuda. They want to get it into Anderson, but Udo's all over him. Now Scuda drives in with the right hand, gets bumped on the way in for a foul. And foul's on the floor. Who is it on? That's the question. It'll be on Martins Killips. His second personal, team's 4th of the half with 13:19 left to go. ORU still in front, 44-40. Baseline out of bounds for Stefanowicz, left of his own basket. Gets it short corner for Carson, left side. Backs his way in on Neve on the block. Carson gets to the right hand, nudges his way in, throws up a shot, and it rattles home. Back to a 2-point game now, 44-42. Furnish brings it across half court. Hangs down at the D in NDSU at midcourt. Furnish now left wing for Dow. 18 to shoot, back up top. Furnish calls out the play. Furnish back to Dow. They play catch 13. Dow gets downhill from the right side. Had a shot blocked out of bounds. It was Anderson coming from the weak side as Wheeler Thomas checks back in for NDSU. 10 to shoot for Oral Roberts after a baseline out of bounds play. Furnish on the baseline. He will do the honors. Furnish has it. Gets it in Killips, right corner. Killips looking for help. Skips it opposite corner. Head of the key. 3-ball for Neve. Airball that's short. Right into the arms of Carson. Here comes NDSU. Wheeler Thomas with the basketball far sideline. Thomas steps back. Now head of the key for Carson. Right back, Wheeler Thomas drives in from the left side, gets inside on Dow, throws up a wild shot, no good. Rebound tapped around, and Furnish has it. NDSU bench wanted a foul, didn't get it. Furnish pushing, throws it into the corner. It's out of bounds. Another turnover, and one that's just unneeded from Oral Roberts. Cal Furnish and Ty Harper and Jack Turner all back in. Killips and Furnish take a seat. Back to being NDSU basketball. ORU's 0 for the last 6. They've had 3 turnovers in the last 5 minutes, which also spans the scoring drought. But they're still leading in the ball game. Wheeler Thomas goes left, bounces it for Carson. Short corner, skip pass opposite corner. Tay Smith catch and shoot, got it. Third 3-ball of the ball game for number 3, Tay Smith, and NDSU's got the lead back. 45-44, under 12 to go. Harper with it on the other side for Oral Roberts. Gives it up for Turner. They play catch right back to Harper near wing. Harper finds Dow off of a screen. Dow works his way. Pocket pass underneath. Yamanuchi Williams. Pump fake. Reverse layup up and good. Nice take from Yuto Yamanuchi Williams after a nice pass from Connor Dow. And ORU silences the crowd for the moment. 46-45. Golden Eagles in front. Wheeler Thomas gives it up for Anderson, top of the key, and Anderson wanted Carson away from the ball, but he gets fouled by Harper after he was attempting the back cut, and that'll send us to immediate timeout. Well, a close one continues from North Dakota as Oral Roberts leading the North Dakota State Bison 46-45 with 11 and a half minutes left to play on Saturday afternoon. Stick with us. This is a good one. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of four with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our four locations to experience the power of four for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit. This is Jack Turner, number 0, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
TTCU Federal Credit Union is proud to be the exclusive credit union partner of Oral Roberts University. Founded by teachers in 1934, TTCU serves more than 150,000 members with 21 branch locations. School. Eagle.com/ORU for details. ORU leading by one, I beg your pardon. 46-45 with 11:30 left to go in the ball game. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And ORU starting to come down to earth a little bit offensively. They're just one of their last 7. 5-minute scoring drought, and the Bison did take the lead there for a moment. But ORU is able to get it right back after a nice two-man game from Connor Dow and Yuto Yamanuchi Williams. And a foul on Ty Harper sent us to that timeout. It'll be a baseline out-of-bounds play for Damari Wheeler-Thomas and the Bison. Everybody stacks up on the baseline, and Wheeler-Thomas slaps the ball. Everybody goes in action. Now he flings it towards half court, where Carson retrieves it, gives it right back to Wheeler-Thomas at the left wing. Tries to work around Turner. Gives it up. Carson drives in from the right side. And he got it blocked by Harper. Did he knock it off of his foot? No, but it stays with NDSU. The block still from Harper. Nicely done from Ty defensively. 9 on the timer for NDSU. Wheeler-Thomas to inbound on the baseline. Lobs it quickly for Anderson. Right back to Thomas. Wheeler-Thomas at the free throw line. Got it stripped on the way up. Here comes Dow on the loose ball. Dow weaving his way in. Working. Does not have numbers. And he threw it right back to the Bison, where Strickland is there to take it away. Flips it up for Carson. Outside, Wheeler-Thomas. Extra pass. Tay Smith, 3-ball. Too strong. Rebound. Back tap by Yamanuchi Williams, but NDSU corrals. Tay Smith left side gives it up for Damari Wheeler-Thomas. Head of the key. He steps back underneath Anderson all alone, and he gets fouled by Yamanuchi Williams after the dunk attempt. So 2 shots for Anderson. Honestly, probably a good foul by Yuto. That's his second, but Anderson just a 59% free throw shooter. And he's 1 of 4 from the stripe today. And Ty Harper is shaken up in front of the ORU bench, favoring his left leg. So a quick sub for him. As Harper's going to go get checked out by the trainer, Tony Rossi, as the first one takes a friendly bounce for Anderson. We're tied at 46. Martins Killips checks back in for Connor Dow. One more for Trayson Anderson, who's got 5 points. Bend to the knees, long pause, flips it up with the right hand, and he's got it. 47-46, NDSU in front. Big possession here, it feels like, for Oral Roberts. Have not scored in quite a while. Just one of their last 7. Killips, right wing, up top for Turner. 20 to shoot. Turner goes right. Turner, hop step inside, fights everybody to the cup and finishes with a right hand. Nice take by Jack Turner, and ORU takes the lead right back, 48-47. Wheeler Thomas on the other side. Gives it up for Anderson, head of the key, right back to Thomas. Shades left wing, now Anderson on the roll against Yudo Yamaduchi-Williams. Another foul is called on Yudo, that's his third. And that'll send Anderson right back to the free throw line. Baron Smith summoned off the bench for Oral Roberts.
His third personal foul, 17 fouls.
He will come in just a matter of moments.
To the free throw line for North Dakota State, number 44, Trayson Anderson.
So Trayson Anderson, 3 of 6 from the stripe, just knocked down a pair. Long pause, flings it up. First free throw too strong. He struggled from the field today, just 1 of 8. 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, and now 3 of 7 from the free throw line as Yamaduchi-Williams takes a seat. Baron Smith takes his spot. 48-47, ORU, 10:20 left to go. Second one on the way from Anderson is good. And we're level at 48. Cal Furnish brings it across for Oral Roberts as Ty Harper continues to get looked at the bench. Exited the game with an injury just a second ago. Furnish trying to get rid of it, lobs it over for Neve at half court. That was risky. Now at midcourt for Turner, 13 to shoot. Turner goes left, gets blitzed off a ball screen. Right wing now for Neve with 9. Neve skips. And a nice take from Ofri Neve. He's able to penetrate the defense. He gets a friendly bounce. And ORU back up to 50-48. Neve now with 10 points. Only Golden Eagle in double figures on the floor right now. Him and Yudo Yamaduchi-Williams both with double figures. Wheeler Thomas bounces it right short corner for Anderson. Backs his way in on the block against Smith. Gets to his right hand. A couple of pump fakes, no good. Got his own miss. Throws it back up. Another one, no good. Neve comes up with a loose ball. Does he get the timeout? No, he does not. A jump ball. But the possession arrow does favor Oral Roberts anyway. And it is Golden Eagle basketball. A nice hustle from Ofri Neve as Andy Stefanowicz back in for NDSU, as well as Carson Smith. Connor Dow in for Ofri Neve on Oral Roberts' side. Chance to grow the lead here. ORU up to 50-48. Jack Turner brings it across straight on. Goes right around a ball screen. Gives it up for Dow. Now left corner for Smith. Smith looking for Dow. Doesn't have him. Finds Turner on the handoff left wing. Turner goes back to the head of the key. Crosses over back for Dow. Left wing. Feeds it left short corner. Baron Smith with it. Hands off Turner in that corner still. Turner turns around. Nearly fired the jumper. Now head of the key for Furnish off the skip pass. 5 to shoot. Furnish skips inside. Dumps it up. Baron Smith had it blocked out of bounds. Nearly had a wide open layup. But Stefanowicz came from the weak side. 2 to shoot for Oral Roberts. Need to be aware of the clock here as Furnish will inbound it on the baseline. Instead, it'll actually be Turner who takes the spot. Look out for Connor Dow here. They get it in Smith. Right back to Turner. Catch and shoot 3. They're going to say he did not get the shot off. And ORU's bench is saying, well, you didn't even give him a chance. So it's a shot clock violation. Gives it right back to NDSU with under 9 to play. ORU still leading by 2, 50-48. Stefanowicz gives it up. Strickland goes baseline. Reverse jam is good. My goodness. Markai Strickland, that was vicious. And we're tied at 50. Turner on the other side for Oral Roberts. Feeds Smith off of his fingertips. Retreats into the left corner. Smith backs his way down, looking for help. Finds Dow left corner. Back up top for Turner. 15 to shoot. And a foul away from the ball. It's going to go on Travion Carson as him and Furnish collided. And Carson, I believe, got the worst of that exchange as It's a little gimpy after that, but seems to be just fine. Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams back in for Barron Smith as Furnish will inbound it right in front of his head coach. Tay Smith will sub in for Travion Carson on the NDSU side. So Furnish to inbound. Furnish looking, still looking, still looking. Finally gets it in for Killips, and he throws it over for down, nearly a turnover. Now Killips has it right wing. Gives it up top for Furnish at half court. 13 to shoot for the Golden Eagles. Furnish over for Turner. Turner shades left to the top of the key with 8. Turner steps back, faked the 18-footer, gave it over, left wing 3, and that one's too strong for Martins Killips. And here come the Bison, tied at 50, 8 minutes to play. Strickland right wing. Strickland, pull-up jumper over Yamanuchi-Williams is good. And the Bison back in front, back and forth. We go in the second half, 52 to 50. Furnish, right wing for Killips, right back to Furnish. Furnish surveys, doesn't have anything. Furnish gives it up for Turner, deep left wing, 15 to shoot. Turner goes in with the right hand, skips inside the paint, got fouled. It'll be a reach and foul that'll send us to a timeout as the foul is on Tay Smith, his first. And the 4th team foul, as that'll send us to the under 8. NDSU takes the lead back, but only by 2. It's the Bison 52 and the Golden Eagles 50. Don't go anywhere. A good one continues from Fargo after this on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
A good one continues here from Fargo, North Dakota, as NDSU has retaken the lead 52 to 50 over Oral Roberts with 7:38 left to go in the ball game. A scoring drought of 2 minutes and 17 seconds for the Golden Eagles. And the story of the game right now is the rebounding battle, and it is being absolutely dominated by the Bison. Out rebounding ORU 34 to 20, 18 to 15 defensively, 16 to 5. On the offensive glass. Turnovers are even at 12. ORU shooting 45%, 40 from beyond the arc, and 100% from the free throw line, but they've only shot 2 of them. They're 2 of 2. On the other side, it's the Bison 38% from the field, 42% from 3. And they've shot 16 free throws, but they're only shooting 50%. So a pretty big despair there. And they've left a lot of points on the table, so ORU, good for them, taking advantage of that. The Golden Eagles are going to have to find some answers on the glass here down the stretch. They have the basketball with a baseline out of bounds with 20 on the timer. 7:38 left to go in the ballgame. They lob it right elbow for Neve. Get Dow off the screen. 3-ball left wing, no good. Off the front of the rim, and the rebound was nearly touched by Stefanowicz. But it will go back to NDSU. So it'll be Stefanowicz inbounding in the corner, right next to the ORU bench. And he'll bring it across straight on. Stefanowicz goes left. Gives it up. Carson Smith, top of the key. Goes right to the wing. Gives it up for Wheeler Thomas, 18 to shoot. Wheeler Thomas working in with Furnish. Gives it right wing Smith. Right back Wheeler Thomas, head of the key with 10. Crosses over. Neve got the strip, dives on the floor. He's got it. And do they get the timeout? It's a jump ball, and they're going to give it back to NDSU. But good hustle by Ofri Neve. Corey Barnett saying, hey, I wanted the timeout. But it'll be NDSU ball. And KB actually wants a foul because he reached over the top of him. But nonetheless, it is North Dakota State basketball with 7 minutes left to go. They're up 52-50. Inside, Carson, reverse layup, wild, no good. And Yuto Yamanuchi Williams with a rebound. Nice defensive stand there from the Golden Eagles. Now near side for Dow. Gives it up at half court for Furnish. ORU needs points. They haven't scored in quite some time. Scoring drought of 3 minutes. Furnish shades right wing. Furnish picked up his dribble far from the basket. Looking for some sort of help. Finally finds Killips with 10. Killips works his way right wing. Now Furnish 8 to shoot. Furnish drives inside. Kicks it out. Neve thought about the 3. Extra pass. Left corner 3. Dow left it short. Rebound for Anderson and NDSU. ORU comes up empty yet again. Now here's Wheeler Thomas on the other end. Leaves it off for Stefanowicz, who goes right to the wing, being guarded by Ofri Neve. Bounces it right short corner. That's Strickland. One-on-one with Dow. Strickland. Skip pass. Stefanowicz catch and shoot left wing 3, too strong. And the rebound snatched out of the air by Furnish. Nicely done by him. He leads the break across half court. Furnish bounces it. Yuto Yamanuchi Williams. Got it, and the foul. Right-handed layup and one more at the line for Yuto. And a chance to take the lead back for Oral Roberts. Great find in transition. And Yuto Yamanuchi Williams, the better finish through contact. The foul is on Anderson. His second personal. Team's 7th. Team's 5th, I beg your pardon. ORU's got 7. Yamanuchi Williams with 12 points. Chance to make that 13 and give ORU the lead back. Free throw up and down for Yuto. And ORU's back in front 53-52. As Luke Gray will sub in for the aforementioned Yuto Yamanuchi Williams. That was a great rim run by him. Just fantastic fundamentals. Now ORU back on defense. Into that weird defense they've been displaying. It's caused problems at times. It's Carson with the top of the key. Feeds it right corner. Stefanowicz drives baseline, gets shut off by Neve. Circles back with the left hand, bounces it for Wheeler Thomas left side. 13 to shoot for the Bison. They bounce it short corner, Strickland. Strickland wants to work inside on Killips. Strickland fadeaway jumper from 10 feet. Got it. That was a tough shot from Markai Strickland. But he was able to drop it down anyway, and NDSU reclaims a 1-point lead, 54-53. Furnish brings it across half court, gives it up for Turner. Turner feeds it for Gray, gets a screen from Gray left side. Now Turner goes behind the back. Turner at the free throw line, kicks it out. Neve thought about the 3. Now right back to Turner, left wing with 12 to shoot. Turner switches on to Strickland, and a turnover. Anderson picked off the pass, but it flies out of bounds, and ORU catches a break there. 7 to shoot for ORU. And they have to inbound it in the backcourt on NDSU's half of the court, and NDSU's going to put on some pressure. Turner to inbound, gets it in Neve right in the middle of the floor with 5. Neve crosses over. Neve straight on 3. Left it short. Rebound tied up with Anderson, and he's got it. He'll float it back over for Carson. NDSU with possession under 5 to play. 54-53, Biden in front. Wheeler Thomas, left wing. Goes right around to screen, gets tied up with Furnish. Nearly threw it away, but Carson was there to save the day at the left wing. Bounces it to the corner. That's Strickland. Strickland methodically backs his way in on Neve, and he throws it away. Nobody home. Tried to back his way down on Ofri and didn't get the contact that he wanted, and he throws it right to the scores table, and ORU forces another Bison turnover. That's their 13th of the ball game. So Jack Turner will inbound it just off to the left of the Bison bench. He'll be replaced by Furnish. So actually just trade roles in the backcourt. A little bit of pressure put on, and now NDSU retreats. Great college basketball game continues into the late stages of Saturday afternoon. Turner left wing. Turner wanted to drive, lost his footing, kicks it out for Dow. Dow, he lost his footing, and Wheeler Thomas gets called for the foul. That's his second personal, team 6th. Bison fans don't like it. There's a little bit of contact with the body, and it'll be an inbound right in front of us with Jack Turner. 17 on the timer for Oral Roberts. Turner with the basketball. Turner surveying, gets it in quickly for Furnish. Now right back to Turner at half court. Turner goes right down screen to the wing. Gets switched on to Wheeler Thomas. Now back up top. Dow swings at Yamanuchi Williams. Hands off for Turner. 9 to shoot. Turner goes behind the back. Turner, baseline, gets caught underneath, throws it away. Very ISO possession there, and there was really no opportunity for Jack Turner to make anything happen as he'll sub out for Ofri Neve. Turner is told to, hey, sit back down right next to the coaching staff. He's going to come in rather soon. So no sign of Ty Harper. We'll keep you updated on that with a little bit of a limp about 5 minutes ago. Stefanowicz off the handoff. They give it to Anderson, head of the key. Under 4 to play. Anderson drives it with the right hand, lost it against Neve. Now hands off. Carson works his way downhill, lost it out of bounds. Back to Oral Roberts. Nicely done by Connor Dow defensively. Him and Neve, the tandem there. And that'll send us to the final media timeout of the ball game. The Bison do lead the Golden Eagles 54-53, but ORU standing tall defensively, and they have the basketball after the break. 3:51 left to go from Fargo. Do not move. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969. The Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family getaway. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. Your journey elevated.
What's going on? This is Luke Gray. You're listening to ORU basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Empire Fence of Tulsa, protecting Northeast Oklahoma since 1955. Family owned and operated for 70 years, leading a legacy built on excellence at empirefence.net. That's empirefence.net. 3:51 left to go in the ball game, and Oral Roberts trails by 1, 54-53. North Dakota State in front. It has been a fantastic basketball game to be a part of, and the defense has been the story in the second half for ORU. The offense has come back down to earth, and give NDSU credit. It's due to a lot of what they've done, but the defense has kept ORU in it. They've forced 14 turnovers, and they've come at some pretty timely moments in this ball game. The Golden Eagles have not scored in 2 minutes and 11 seconds, but it is their basketball after they forced the turnover out of the timeout. It's Neve, Furnish, Killips, Yamanuchi Williams, and Dow out there for Oral Roberts. Strickland, Anderson, Stefanowicz, Carson, and Wheeler Thomas for NDSU. Furnish brings it across for Oral Roberts, feeds it head of the key for Williams. Right back to Cal Furnish. 20 to shoot for the Golden Eagles. They find Dow off of a screen. Dow head of the key being harassed. Gives it up, Yamanuchi Williams, shades right side. Still hangs on to the basketball, 10 to shoot. Yamanuchi Williams, back cut for Dow, hangs, layup up, rims all the way in and out. And the rebound ripped down by Anderson. Here comes NDSU. Stefanowicz, left wing, gives it over, right wing. Wheeler Thomas, catch and shoot, left it short. Offensive rebound for Carson. Outside for Stefanowicz. Now at the elbow, Anderson, a mismatch on Furnish. Anderson to the right hand, spins back to the left. Couple of pump fakes, got it, swatted by Yamanuchi Williams. Got his own miss back, put her back up and got fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2. It's going to go on Cal Furnish. His second personal foul, team foul number 8 on Oral Roberts. 2 free throws for Anderson. He is 4 of 8 from the stripe this afternoon. Just below a season average of 59. These are big shots right here. 1 point NDSU lead, and they'll still keep it at 1 possession, but want to keep it at 1 point. Anderson's first free throw is pure. He's got 8 points now. ORU just 1 of their last 7 from the field, a scoring drought of 255. They made 9 threes in the first half. They've only made 1 here in the second. Second one on the way, and Anderson knocks them both down, and a timeout called by North Dakota State. It is a full timeout, so we will take it with them as NDSU. It's 56-53, 3:07 left to go from Fargo. Nope. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
This is number 1, Ty Harper, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
The newly renovated Embassy Suites Hotel, ORU Athletics. The All Suites Hilton property features made-to-order breakfast and a nightly reception for our guests. All new just for you, our full-service hotel will take care of ORU fans like no one else. Give them a call at 918-622-4000. 3:07 left to go in the ball game, and NDSU with a 3-point advantage, 56-53 over Oral Roberts. And the Golden Eagles have come to a stalemate offensively, just 1 of their last 7 from the field. A scoring drought of 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Now, it hasn't been an offensive exhibition for North Dakota State either. They have no field goals in the last 2:30. All of their points have come from the free throw line, and it's been a plethora of turnovers caused by this ORU defense as well. They're currently winning the turnover battle 14-13, but it's been the offensive glass in particular that has killed Oral Roberts. NDSU 18 offensive rebounds to just 5 for ORU. And, well, if you don't think that stat will pop up in the late stages of this game, then I think you're sorely mistaken. It is Oral Roberts basketball out of the timeout. Cal Furnish brings it across, straight on. In between the circles against Carson. Get the screen to the left by Neve. Switches on to Strickland. Furnish weaves his way around. Gives it up for Neve. Left wing, 17 to shoot. Nearly lost the basketball. He's got it at half court, though. Working around Carson, and he finally gets fouled. There was a ton of contact there. And Carson gets whistled for the foul. That is his 3rd personal. And that puts ORU in the bonus. Team foul number 7. For NDSU. So free throws the rest of the way for both sides. And Ofri Neve, 71% free throw shooter, is at the stripe right now. 1-and-1 for him. These are big. Bend to the knees, flings it up with the right hand, and he's got it. Hits the back rim and down. So Ofri Neve with 1 more at the line to try and make it a 1-point game. He's got 11 points. Second free throw on the way. He's got both. Back to a 1-point contest, 56-55, 2:50 left to go. 2 massive shots from the redshirt sophomore, Ofri Neve. Stefanowicz will bring it across for NDSU. Shades right to the wing. Hands off for Strickland between the circles. Now left wing for Carson, who hands for Wheeler Thomas. Now right back to Carson off of a flare screen. They give it right corner. Stefanowicz works his way back to the head of the key. Stefanowicz drives baseline with the right hand, gets shut off. Finds a cutting Strickland at the block. Got Yamaduchi Williams in the air, but didn't decide to shoot it. Now 7 on the shot clock. Fadeaway jumper, Wheeler Thomas, no good. Back tap, ball's loose on the deck. Who's going to grab it? Still loose, bodies everywhere. Stefanowicz gets fouled by Neve in the open court. That is Neve's fourth, and well, I just mentioned it seconds ago. The offensive glass has been massive in this game. It's going to impact this game down the stretch. It did right there. So an extra opportunity turns into free throws, or a 1-and-1 chance rather for Stefanowicz. 94% free throw shooter, the best free throw shooter on the Bison. And the first one, he missed it, but Anderson rips down the offensive board. Right back outside for Wheeler Thomas, a fresh 20. That is just killed Oral Roberts all afternoon. Strickland, short corner left side. Backs his way in on Neve on the block. 7 to shoot. Strickland back to the left-hand layup. Up, no good. Back tap right to Furnish, and ORU's got the basketball. Big stop for the Golden Eagles. Here's Dow right in front of us near wing. Bounces it left block for Yamaduchi Williams. Wants to go to work. Throws up a right-handed hook shot, no good. A lot of contact underneath as Killips hits the deck, no foul. And here come the Bison. They have numbers if they hurry. Carson, now Strickland drives inside on the right block. Kicks it out. They swing it around for Stefanowicz with 90 seconds approaching. And he'll pull it back out towards half court. Now Stefanowicz off the reset from Wheeler Thomas. Kicks it back out. Anderson catch and shoot 3, too strong. And the rebound Neve. He struggled from out there. Just 1 of 12 from the field is Anderson. Furnish will cross half court, and he calls a 30-second timeout. Big stops down the stretch for Oral Roberts with everything considered. Offensive rebounds and all. The Golden Eagles, you got to give their defense credit. Bison 0 of their last 5, 1 of their last 8. ORU also 1 of their last 8. Both teams scoreless from the field in the last 4 minutes plus. The only points coming from the free throw line here in the last few moments. They extended to a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. 1-point game. NDSU in front 56-55. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
A tight one down the stretch continues here in Fargo, North Dakota. NDSU leading Oral Roberts 56-55 with 1:22 left to go in the ballgame. Both offenses have hit a wall, at least from the field. Both teams no field goals in the last 4 minutes plus. All the points coming via the free throw line, and it is Golden Eagle basketball after a massive, massive stop. And Neve will inbound it just off to the right of his own bench. He's got the basketball right now. Neve surveys. Neve looking, gets it into Dow at half court. Everybody retreats back into their normal defense. Now it's Turner off the handoff, 19 to shoot for Oral Roberts. Turner gives it up for Dow between the circles, 14 to shoot. Now Neve, he calls out the play with 11 on the timer. Neve rejects the screen from Udo. Now goes right back to it. Neve looking for Dow, 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. Neve at half court, or Dow rather. Dow forced to fire, fadeaway jumper at the horn, and they're going to say no shot clock violation. Dow wanted a foul, he never got it. 57.2 left to go in the ball game. As Anderson and Stefanowicz check back in. As Wheeler Thomas will inbound it just off to the right of ORU's bench. 1-point game, 56-55. Martins Killips will check in for Oral Roberts. He'll check in for Jack Turner. Golden Eagles need a stop, or at the very worst, give up a 2. Don't give up a 3 to make it a 2-possession game. Here's Stefanowicz across half court. Shades left to the wing. Bounces it left side. That's Carson with the basketball. Working one-on-one with Dow. Wants to back his way in. Carson pump fakes. Gives it out for Anderson right side. Fakes the handoff. Now gives it up for Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz at the right wing, 12 to shoot. Works his way ahead of the key. Now left side, trying to get around a couple of screens. Bounces it for Strickland, left elbow, 6 to shoot. He'll pull up from 15. Missed it, and the rebound bounces right to Furnish. Nice box out by Dow. Shot clock never reset, and the buzzer went off. They're going to have to stop it. And another huge stop by Oral Roberts, and a great box out by Connor Dow to limit the offensive rebound finally.
Officials timeout.
So they're going to have to go back and see how much time is left after the shot hit the rim, because right now 4.9 on the clock, which would mean the shot clock is off. So the Stripes will get together at midcourt opposite of us. The ORU led this game 37-32 at the break. They made 9 threes in the first half. They've only made 1 here in the second half. They've only scored 18 points in the second half as well. Hasn't really been a shooting exhibition on NDSU's side either. Just 34% for the field, 8 of 22 from 3. They're 10 of 19 for the free throw line. Both teams with 14 turnovers. But the rebounding has been where NDSU has made their money tonight. 43-25 the advantage on the glass, 23-20 defensively, 20-5 on the offensive boards. I mean, it has been a clinic down low on the glass for NDSU. But despite that, points in the paint are actually even at 20, which is really, really interesting. Other stats that are pretty much neck and neck: blocks 3 apiece, assists 12 apiece, steals ORU with 6 of them, NDSU with 5 of them. So these two teams outside of the rebounding battle have been pretty even across the board. So we'll see what the here. And they're going to stick with a 24.9 on the clock. So the shot clock is off. Oral Roberts down 1, can hold for the final shot as everybody comes to their feet here at the Shield Center. Cal Furnish with a basketball across half court. He's in between the circles. Furnish bounces it elbow right side. Neve hesitates. Pump fake out of the air. Got fouled by Feddersen, and he'll go to the line for 2. A veteran take from Ofri Neve. Remember, he hit that big shot at Missouri State in crunch time. They go right back to him here. And 2 shots for the redshirt sophomore from West Virginia. Neve is 2 of 2 from the line. He's got 12 points. Bends to the knees, flicks it up with the right hand. First one is good. And we are tied at 56. 14.2 ticks left. Anderson back in for North Dakota State. Killips back in for Oral Roberts. One more shot for the native of Israel. 2 dribbles for Neve. Right-handed shot up and good. Oral Roberts back up a point, 57-56. It is North Dakota State ball. They do have 2 timeouts. Here comes Wheeler Thomas up the right sideline. Wheeler Thomas goes to the hole, right block, throws up a layup. No good, but a foul is called. And Neve wants to review it. Can they is the question. Everybody in blue is saying, look at it. Corey Barnett getting an explanation, and he seems okay with it, and they will go to the monitor. That would be the 5th on Ofri if the call stands with 7 flat left. It'll put Wheeler Thomas at the line, who's a 79% free throw shooter. He's not shot one today. He's got 8 points. Been very pedestrian, just 3 of 12 from the field. But they're going to go to the monitor and make an expert decision. But ORU is adamant that it wasn't a foul. All 5 blue jerseys and everybody on the bench saying, hey, look at it. We get a look here at the big board at the Shield Center, and I mean, from our point of view, and I'm trying to put all bias aside here, it looks like Neve is straight up. Wheeler Thomas hit the deck, and of course he's trying to sell it all he can. You can't blame him for that. He's just trying to make the play. It'll be really interesting to see what this call is. Again, the call on the floor is the 5th foul on Ofri Neve. And keep in mind, ORU has been without Ty Harper for the better part of this second half. He exited the game with a leg injury with about 10 minutes left to go in the half. He is standing behind the bench right now, but still kind of with a slight limp. I doubt we'll see him for the remainder of the game. But it is 57-56 ORU with 7 seconds left. They have lost a couple of heartbreakers this year. A 1-point loss to Tulsa at home, a 5-point loss on the road against Florida Coast, and then a 1-point loss at the buzzer against Missouri State a few weeks ago in Springfield. So 7 points separate them from 3 more wins. And they're trying to avoid said situation here today. This isn't foreign territory. The Stripes step away from the scorer's table. They continue to discuss. And the hard part is, well, how much can you see in order to reverse a foul call? That's the real question. And with all the new rule changes in college basketball, I mean, obviously it's all written down somewhere, but at the same time, it still feels extremely subjective based on who you're talking to. So the discussion continues at midcourt, both teams in their huddle. This will be a really intriguing decision here. But for now, ORU's got the lead. And assuming Wheeler-Thomas does shoot free throws, I mean, there still is plenty of time for Oral Roberts to have a possession afterwards. They do have 2 timeouts. Both teams do. So they can race it across half court and call a timeout and try and draw something up for the win. Looks like Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams is going to check in for ORU after the timeout. This is a long discussion, which you would think favors Oral Roberts, but now the crew breaks, and they're going to stick with the call on the floor, it looks like. And it will be 2 shots for Damari Wheeler-Thomas. And if you're looking for a bright spot here for Oral Roberts, well, A, you make him earn it at the line, and now B, you put a pretty long delay on him going straight to the free throw line. And you never really know what that can do for a shooter. And, of course, the offensive glass is huge in this situation. So Ofri Nave is done for the night. He exits with 14 points and 5 rebounds. Damari Wheeler-Thomas, a 79% free throw shooter, puts up the first one, and he missed it short. Talked about that long delay, and now this is a big one. ORU's got to get the rebound. Anderson is not in the game as well. It's just Feddersen and Strickland down there. And Anderson has destroyed ORU on the boards. Second one on the way. Wheeler-Thomas knocks it through, and we're tied at 57. ORU's got to go the length of the court, and they will use a timeout. Wise decision from Corey Barnett. They put .6 back on the clock, so there is 7.6 left to go in the ball game. And honestly, you can kind of take the pressure out of this, because if you ORU, you miss, you go to overtime. I think that should be one of the messages displayed to this team right now. Play without fear of failure in this type of situation. And I'll be really interested to see who they go to here, because Ofri Nave has been the name in crunch time. He has fouled out. Ty Harper has not played for the entirety of the second half with an injury. So my mind immediately goes to Connor Dow. But at the same time, they could always use Dow as a decoy. So this will be really interesting. On the floor, it's Wheeler-Thomas, Massey, Feddersen, Carson, and Strickland. For ORU, it's Furnish, Turner, Yamanuchi-Williams, Killips, and Dow. They got to go the length of the floor. Furnish gets it in for Killips. They got to go. Half court, Yamanuchi-Williams with 3. Killips with 2. He'll pull up. Right wing 3 on the way. Missed it short. We've got overtime. So free basketball here in Fargo. ORU didn't really hurry up on that one. So we go to overtime here in Fargo. And an intriguing 5 minutes await us on the other side of this one. ORU and NDSU all knotted up at 57. Don't go anywhere. Free basketball coming your way next on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
We've got overtime from Fargo, North Dakota, as the Bison and the Golden Eagles are all deadlocked at 57. First overtime game of the year for ORU. Second one of the year for North Dakota State. They are 0-1 with their overtime loss at Arkansas State. It's Turner, Furnish, Dow, Yamanuchi Williams, and Killips out there for ORU. Stefanowicz, Massey, Wheeler, Thomas, Strickland, and Carson Smith for NDSU. They're playing a little bit small to begin overtime, as it'll be Strickland and Yamanuchi Williams to tip it off. Both teams going the same direction as they were in the second half. ORU wins the tip back to Cal Furnish. And right to left go the Golden Eagles. An extra 5 minutes to try and decide a winner on Saturday afternoon. Yamanuchi Williams head of the key. Surveys, gives it up for Dow. Dow spins around, and he'll have to give it up at half court for Turner with 14 on the timer. Turner goes behind the back of the free throw line. Turner looking for daylight. Gives it up for Yamanuchi Williams. Skips inside. Tough layup up, no good. Rebound right into the arms of Killips. Shot clock resets. Head of the key. Now Dow, step back 3 on the way. That one short. Offensive rebound. Yamanuchi Williams throws it up, and he got fouled. 2 shots on the way for Udo Yamanuchi Williams. And for the first time tonight, we really see ORU crash the offensive glass with some purpose. And Udo with a chance for 2 big shots. He's got 13 points. 1 of 1 from the stripe. Continuing a really nice road trip for him, coming off of a career-high 20 against North Dakota on Thursday. First one on the way from Udo. Rims all the way in and out. Anderson checks back in for NDSU, as well as Travion Carson. So Ofri Neve has fouled out for Oral Roberts. We have not seen Ty Harper for quite some time, as he left with a leg injury. One more for Udo. 2 dribbles for him. Puts it up and in. Big shot for Udo Yamanuchi Williams. Gives ORU the first lead of overtime. 58-57. And Stefanowicz will bring it across for NDSU. Strickland now with it right wing. Gets a screen. Rejects it. Goes baseline on Udo. Layup up, no good. Offensive rebound. Puts it back in. I mean, it has been just that type of afternoon. The offensive glass has been owned by NDSU 21-7 in that category. Turner to Furnish. Right back to Turner in between the circles. Turner, free throw line. Yamanuchi Williams on the roll. Reverse layup up and good. My goodness, what a take from Udo Yamanuchi Williams, and he spun it home. And ORU back in front by 1, 60-59. Strickland goes baseline, gets caught in the air. They swing it around. Stefanovich back inside for Strickland. Dump off pass, got it blocked. Anderson did, and Dow comes up with a block. Here comes Jack Turner pushing it across near sideline. Turner, head of the key, gives it up. Killips drives baseline, kicks it out. Yamanuchi Williams a 3. That one off the side of the rim, and the rebound Anderson. And ORU will reset defensively as Wheeler Thomas slowly brings it across near sideline. He's at the right wing, uses a screen to the left by Anderson. Steps back around the screen for 3. Missed it off to the right. Tip jam, no good by Anderson. And a foul on Udo Yamanuchi Williams. That is his 4th. So that sends Trayson Anderson, the native of Lincoln, to the free throw line. With 3:21 left to go in overtime. He's 6 of 10 from the stripe. He's not had a great day offensively, just 1 of 13, 1 of 5 from the field, but he does have 12 rebounds. First free throw on the way, rims in and out. So the best he can do is tie it. Just a 59% free throw shooter this year. He's pretty much on that average. One more for him. Big number 44 bangs his legs, flings it up and in. And we are tied at 60. 3:20 left to go in overtime. Furnish brings it across. Furnish gets a screen to the left by Killips, feeds down left wing. Now head of the key for Yamanuchi Williams. Hands off, right wing for Furnish. Furnish gets blitzed off of a ball screen, pass tipped over to Killips. Killips now Turner with it left wing, 9 to shoot. Turner, head of the key, looking for something. Feeds it for Killips. Gets inside, Killips wild layup up, no good. And the rebound to Stefanowicz, and now a whistle and a foul, I believe, on Killips behind the play. Corey Barnett is not happy on the ORU sideline. And that'll send the Bison back to the free throw line, and guess who? Stefanowicz, best free throw shooter on the team. Stefanowicz, 2 of 3 tonight from the line. First one up on the way, it's good. NDSU back in front, 61-60. 2:53 left in overtime. One dribble for him, puts it on the deck. And it's good. 62-60 Bison. Turner brings it across. Hands off for Dow. Now Furnish near side. He'll end off for Killips. Finds Dow. Head of the key. Pump fake. Dow steps inside the arc. Tough contested jumper. No good. Rebound in and out of the hand. Killips. It was NDSU stay with ORU. NDSU wants to review it. Will David Richmond do it? Yes, he will. We'll call the timeout in order to force the review. And this will be another interesting call. It's a 30-second timeout. That's what they're signaling. And they're going to keep it that way. I don't think they're going to look at this call. They haven't gone to the monitor. And they're not going to. So it'll remain ORU ball. And clearly they saw something as an NDSU did that wasn't worthy of reviewing the call. We get another look at it on the big screen here, and I mean, that's just kind of tough to tell. So it remains Oral Roberts basketball. Turner will inbound it off to the right of his own basket with 15 on the timer. 2:37 left to go in the ball game. NDSU 62, ORU 60. Turner awaits the basketball. Now he's got it. Turner feeds it head of the key for Furnish. Right back to Turner, right corner. Turner works his way into the teeth of the defense. Kicks it out. Killips catch and shoot left corner 3. Rims in and out. Rebound. Scooped down by Furnish. And he gets fouled on the attempt. Nicely done by Cal Furnish. The smallest guy on the floor comes out of the scrum with it. And he gets fouled as a result. It's a 10th team foul on NDSU. So 2 shots for Cal Furnish. 87% from the line coming into today, 2 of 2 on the afternoon. Fouls on Stefanowicz. First free throw from Furnish is too strong. Killips gets a word from his head coach. And Furnish has the basketball now, trying to make it a 1-point game. Second free throw on the way is good. 2:27 left to go, so a lot of time left in overtime in a 1-point game. You remember last year, ORU went to overtime with NDSU in this building and fell short, trying to rewrite that script. Anderson, head of the key, gives it up. Wheeler Thomas, left wing. Wheeler Thomas at the free throw line, kicks it out. Carson drives to the free throw line, now back in between the circles. Left wing, Stefanowicz into the corner for Anderson with 12. Anderson goes baseline against Killips. Anderson lays it in. He loves that baseline drive, and he makes him pay there. Here's Turner on the other side. ORU down 3, 64-61. Furnish back over for Turner. Turner looking. Now finally gets Dow into the corner, 15 to shoot. Dow back up to the wing. Dow looking, finds Furnish, 9 to shoot. Over to Yamanuchi Williams. He'll fire from 3. Bullseye! Yuto Yamanuchi Williams, a cold-blooded 3, and he ties us at 64 with 90 seconds remaining. What a shot from Yuto. And just like that, everybody sits down here at the Shield Center. Strickland goes baseline. Stripes nearly called the foul. Now Strickland's still going to work, and now the foul is called, and that's going to be it for Yuto Yamanuchi Williams. So ORU's going to have to dip further deeper into the bench. It'll be Noah Feddersen checking back in for the Bison. Well, you got your choice here. You can either go Barron Smith or Luke Gray. That'll be the choice for Corey Barnett, and he will go with Luke Gray, the sophomore.
25, Luke Gray into the line for Oral Roberts.
That is a killer. So now 2 starters have fouled out in Ofri Neve and Yuto Yamanuchi Williams, and 2 starters that lead the team in scoring. Yuto with 19, Neve with 14. They've combined for 33 of the 64. And Strickland to the free throw line for 2 shots. First one on the way, and that one bounces home. Just a 49% free throw shooter, but Strickland today has made 2 of them. He's 2 of 5. Second one on the way from Strickland. Makes them both. 66-64. Bison in front. Turner across half court. Timeout. Corey Barnett. It'll be a 30-second timeout, it looks like, with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go. So we will keep it here. What a ball game this has been. ORU led by 5 at the break. NDSU is able to tie it late in the game off of a foul as Wheeler Thomas split a pair of free throws. ORU came up empty at the buzzer. And now Golden Eagles with the basketball down 2, trying to make something happen offensively. 2 leading scorers for Oral Roberts have fouled out. Yuto Yamanuchi Williams with 19 and 5. Ofri Neve with 14 and 5. So both of them unavailable. Ty Harper left with about 10 minutes left to go in regulation with an injury. He's still on the bench in uniform, but I doubt we see him at all if we haven't seen him before this. So Martins Killips inbound right in front of his own bench, gets it in for Turner. Pretty much a full shot clock for ORU. Killips with it right elbow. Killips searching. Finds Gray at the left wing. Under a minute to play in overtime. Gray looking for Dow. He's got him. Dow trying to get around Feddersen. Dow downhill. Gets through everybody and lays it home. Connor Dow, big time take, and we're tied at 66. Shot clock and game clock essentially about a 25-second difference. Wheeler Thomas, deep left wing on the other side for NDSU. Bounces it for Carson. Wants to go to work on Dow left block. Spins to the left hand and scores. And timeout David Richmond and NDSU as they take a 2-point lead, 68-66. So the chess match continues here late in this one. And this is exactly what NDSU ran if you were here last year for Jackson Money. Very, very similar look on offense. They kind of isolate that post up on the left side of the floor and let him go to work. ORU was doubling that early. NDSU did adjust to that. ORU stopped doing that since and just played it straight up. And right there it goes to the advantage of the Bison. The Golden Eagles, with 8.1 separating the shot and game clock, need a bucket here. 38.1 seconds left to go. North Dakota State up 68-66. Golden Eagles looking for their first win in conference play and trying to halt a 4-game losing streak. The Bison trying to start off 2-0 in Summit League play. It's Gray, Dow, Turner, Furnish, and Killips out there for Oral Roberts. Killips has to inbound, length of the floor, a little bit of pressure from NDSU. He gets it into Turner. Now they retreat. Turner across half court, gives it to Furnish at the NDSU logo. 20 on the timer. Furnish surveys. Furnish wanted Dow, doesn't have him open enough. Furnish picks up his dribble. Gives it up for Dow at half court. A highly contested catch with 9 to shoot. Dow goes left. He'll step back. Long range 3. No good. Rebound tapped around. Turner's got it. Puts it back up and in. Jack Turner, right place, right time. Here comes NDSU. 9 seconds left. Wheeler Thomas inside for Feddersen. Knocked away. Furnish has it with 2 seconds. And he'll throw it across. Whistle sounds. And does ORU get a timeout off? Yes, they do. So now they got to see how much time is left. But how about Jack Turner? Another huge offensive rebound in an afternoon where Oral Roberts has been dominated on the offensive glass. But he's able to put it back up and in. And now, depending on how much time is left, ORU may have a shot at the buzzer. Tied at 68 here in overtime. What a ball game this has been. Jack Turner with 7 points after that putback. After Connor Dow misses the step back 3. We're even at 11 in just the overtime period, for those of you curious. But the big question is, how much time is going to be put on that clock? Furnish got the rebound with about, give or take, 3 seconds. It just depends on when the timeout was called. And, of course, I wasn't looking at the bench. I was looking at the ball, so we'll find out here shortly. It'll be an inbound for Oral Roberts on the near sideline. It looks like they're only going to put 0.4. So really not much time to do anything if you're Oral Roberts. So at the worst case, you just live to see another 5 minutes on the road. This has been a heck of a battle. They'll send Killips out there to inbound it. Let's see what happens. Killips has the basketball. Everybody in motion. Killips down, and it tipped off of his fingertips, and we go to a second overtime. 68-68. Why not stick around for a little bit longer? The Bison and the Golden Eagles putting together a show on Saturday afternoon. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Total choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online, DonThorntonAuto.com.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 4, Layman McGrady, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
The Golden Eagles and the Bison are going to double overtime. Tied at 68 here from Fargo, North Dakota. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network, and what a game this has been. ORU led by 5 at the break. Both teams score 11 in the first overtime. And we need an extra 5 to decide a winner. Conference game number 2 for both of these teams. ORU looking for their first conference win. NDSU trying to match their neighbors up north with a 2-0 start as the Fighting Hawks won earlier today. ORU is without their 2 leading scorers this afternoon, Ofri Neve and Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams, who have both fouled out. It's Feddersen and Gray to do the tip for the second overtime, and Feddersen wins it back for NDSU as they continue to operate left to right as Stefanowicz will bring it across half court. Gives it for Wheeler Thomas, head of the key, works his way to the left wing. A couple of exchanges now for Feddersen, right back to Wheeler. Underneath, Feddersen kicks it out. Wheeler Thomas skips inside, and he scores over Luke Gray. That was a nice take from Damari Wheeler Thomas. And a quick 2 for NDSU. They lead it 70-68. Furnish in between the circles. Looking for Dow, doesn't have him. Finds Gray left wing. He'll let it fly from 3 off the front of the rim. Back tap into the arms of Tay Smith. So a quick shot, but no points for Oral Roberts on their opening possession. Stefanowicz, Wheeler Thomas now hands off left wing. Feddersen, they go back to that same exchange for Wheeler Thomas. Wheeler Thomas nearly had it stripped by Dow and gives it back for Feddersen. Gives it up for Stefanowicz, 10 to shoot. Stefanowicz drives in with the right hand, got it stripped by Dow. Connor Dow on the run, one-on-one with Tay Smith. Dow all the way in, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And has Connor Dow been big down the stretch in this one? The foul is on Smith. That is his second. 2 shots coming for the Broken Arrow native. First free throws of the night. He shoots it at an 80% rate this year. Chance to tie things up with a couple of makes. ORU is 9 of 11 from the stripe as a team today as Connor Dow rolls the first one over the front rim and in. Makes it 70-69. Dow one dribble, bend to the knees, flings it up, and good. We're tied at 70. Tracy Anderson checks back in for NDSU as Feddersen takes a seat. ORU bench being signaled to sit down. Stefanowicz will bring it in. Head of the key. Anderson gives it left side, Wheeler Thomas. They swing it back to Stefanowicz. Wheeler Thomas play catch. He's got it left wing. Works his way to the free throw line, back outside. Stefanowicz into the right corner. That's Skuta with the basketball. Skuta works his way through, gives it back up, back outside Skuta. One-on-one with Gray, beats him to the punch and lays it in. Nice move by Emil Skuta. And NDSU back up to 72-70. Turner across half court. In between the circles, works his way right, gets blitzed off a ball screen, and nearly threw it away. It is deflected out of bounds off of Tay Smith. The inbounds play for Jack Turner in front of his own bench. 20 on the shot clock. And Turner's got the ball. Turner looking, gets it in quickly for Furnish. Furnish gets a screen to the left from Dow. Furnish at the wing, crosses back over into the paint, kicks it out, Gray right corner. Gray hands off for Dow. Dow running into that corner, back outside Gray with 7 to shoot. Gray now for Turner between the circles. Back to Gray on the roll. Gray finds himself free and lays it in. Beautiful offense from Jack Turner and Luke Gray. And we're back to being level at 72. Under 3 minutes to play in overtime at number 2. We approach 2:40 left to go. Anderson gives it up. Wheeler Thomas circles around to the free throw line. He'll pull up from 15, and he left it short, but a late whistle and a foul. We go on Luke Gray. That's his first. So I have to worry about foul trouble there. That whistle came in late. So that sends Damari Wheeler Thomas to the line. 79% on the year, 1 of 2. He's got 11 points on 4 of 14 from the field, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Team's leading scorer heading into today's ball game, and he misses the first. It's been a subpar day from the free throw line for NDSU. They're now 16 of 28. And we are in double overtime, so you do the math. A lot of opportunities left out there for the Bison this afternoon. One dribble for Wheeler Thomas, second one on the way is good. And a 1-point lead for NDSU, 73-72. Furnish will bring it across. He's played some big-time minutes as a true freshman, as well as Martins Killips, who's on the floor. Furnish gets blitz, gives it over to Dow. Skip pass right wing for Killips. Killips drives inside, extra pass tipped out of bounds by Wheeler Thomas. He'll stay with Oral Roberts. 15 on the shot clock. Kind of a weird inbound spot for Jack Turner in the near corner. But nobody on NDSU is guarding the ball right now. And now they finally do. Gets it into Killips so rather quickly. Now Furnish with 9 goes left around a screen. Furnish looking for help, trying to shake Wheeler Thomas. Kicks it out. Turner with 3. Turner floats it up with 2. Banks it in. What a friendly bounce for Jack Turner. He's had a couple of huge buckets down the stretch. ORU back in front, 74-73. Feddersen with it, head of the key for NDSU. Hands off Wheeler Thomas. Wanted to go to work on Turner. There's that ISO back down we've seen. Wheeler Thomas goes to the right hand out of the opposite block. Kicks it out. Scuda hits the deck. Nearly lost it. Bounces it for Carson. Head of the key with 8. Now into the corner. Wheeler Thomas goes baseline. Wheeler Thomas with 4. And a foul is called on Turner. So that is number 4 on Jack Turner. Now we're in danger of having a third guy foul out. Corey Barnett unhappy with that call.
To the free throw line for North Dakota State, number 1, Damari Wheeler Thomas.
So Wheeler Thomas back to the line. Just 2 of 4. First free throw is good. We're tied at 74. Stefanowicz and Strickland back in for NDSU as Massey and Scuda take a seat. One more for Wheeler Thomas. Give the Bison a lead with a make. Free throw on its way. It's good. Substitution and a timeout called by Oral Roberts. It's a full timeout with 1:36 left to go in overtime number 2. The Bison by 1, 75-74. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
1:36 left to go in double overtime. Oral Roberts trailing by 1 to North Dakota State, 75-74. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. This has been a fantastic basketball game here on Saturday afternoon. And the Golden Eagles, they've responded all day. Can they do it yet again with the basketball? As they roll it into Jack Turner, and he picks it up on the Pioneer logo on the near sideline. Angles towards between the circles. Goes back left to the wing. Turner looking for Dow at half court. He's got him with 22 on the timer. Right back to Turner, left wing. Turner back to Dow. Dow will fire a long-range 3 off the heel. Back tap for Furnish. Catch and shoot. Turner 3. That one left short. Dow offensive rebound, no good. Ball still loose on the deck. Another opportunity. Dow over to Furnish. 12 on the timer for Oral Roberts. Now Turner with 9. Turner, crossover. Corner, Furnish back over to Turner with 4. Turner's got to do something with 2. Throws one up at the horn. No good. Back tap right to Wheeler Thomas. Shot clock still on. There's just under a minute left to go. NDSU basketball up one, 75-74. Stefanowicz, now Wheeler-Thomas head of the key. Wheeler-Thomas goes right around to Fedderson's screen. He gets tied up with Turner. Wheeler-Thomas underneath. Fedderson lays it in over Dow. 3-point lead for NDSU. Now here comes Turner. He's going to race across and call a timeout, and he does. 33.4 left to go, 25 on the shot clock. It's a 30-second timeout. I mean, ORU just did a phenomenal job of crashing the glass offensively, but they just could not finish. Give them a lot of credit there, but, man, that is one that's going to hurt. Does not fall their way. Now it's to the clipboard for Corey Barnett and company. Where will they go? ORU hit 9 threes in the first half. They've only hit 2 since. They're 11 of 38 from beyond the arc. And they need 3 of them right now. Not necessarily need, but you'd like to have 3 of them. Both teams with 10-team fouls. ORU is out of timeouts after that. NDSU has 1 left. As Connor Dow will inbound it, just off to the right of his own bench. Dow gets it in for Furnish. 25 on the shot clock. Furnish over for Dow. Catch and shoot 3. Bullseye! Connor Dow ties us up at 77. Cold-blooded, and just the 3rd 3 since halftime for Oral Roberts. Shot clock is off for NDSU. They have a timeout if they want to use it. Stefanowicz hands off for Strickland. Now Fedderson at the logo. Goes left, hands off for Wheeler-Thomas. 15 to go. Now Stefanowicz right back to Wheeler-Thomas. 10 on the clock. Wheeler-Thomas surveys. Now Strickland wants to get inside with 5. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebound tapped around. Fedderson puts it up and in with 1 second to go. Inside. Dow. He'll let it fly. 3-quarter court. Nearly banked it in. And that is it. The final score in double overtime. North Dakota State survives 79-77 over Oral Roberts. And another absolute heartbreak for the Golden Eagles this season. Absolutely fantastic basketball game from both sides, and a lot of handshakes given, and deservedly so on either side, but Oral Roberts falls short yet again, and they fall to 5-12, 0-2 in league play. And the Bison improve to 12-5 and 2-0 in league play. This one will hurt. We'll talk about it on the Empire Fence postgame show. Full breakdown and a conversation with the head coach, Corey Barnett. So stick around for that. Empire Fence postgame show comes your way next. This is Golden Eagle Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
A full breakdown, reaction, and analysis of Golden Eagle basketball comes your way right now. Hear from head coach Corey Barnett and more on the Empire Fence postgame show. Once again, here's Connor Clark.
Well, an absolute heartbreaking loss for Oral Roberts here this afternoon. The final score in double overtime. North Dakota State 79 and Oral Roberts 77. This is the Empire Fence postgame show. This is Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And big thanks to all of you for making us a part of your January 3rd festivities for Saturday of the new year. And it did not disappoint from a fan perspective. An absolute thriller of a basketball game. And just unfortunate that it doesn't fall the Golden Eagles' way. And this is the 4th time that ORU has lost by less than 5. And I guess it begs the question that you really don't want to have as a fan is what could have been. And unfortunately, ORU fans are asking that a lot here this season, but a lot to be proud of with this group here today. We'll break down the stats for you right now. ORU shoots it 40% from the field, 31% from downtown, 85% from the line. On the other side, NDSU 39% from the field, 35% from downtown, 61% for the free throw line. Turnovers, ORU wins the battle yet again, 16-14. Points off the turnovers, ORU with 10, NDSU with 9. Rebounding, NDSU dominated, 50-34 total, 27-21 defensively, 23-13 offensively. ORU in the overtimes, give them a lot of credit. They got way better on the offensive glass in those 2 extra periods, gave themselves a chance. Second chance points, 20-11 in favor of NDSU, as well as bench points, also 20-11. Points of the paint, NDSU 34, ORU 28. Fast break points, ORU 7, NDSU 2. Blocks, ORU 4, NDSU 3. Steals, ORU 8, NDSU 5. And assists, ORU 16 and NDSU 13. Leading scorer for the second time in as many games, Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams finishes off a really good road trip for him. 19 points, 5 rebounds, but unfortunately fouled out in the extra period. Ofri Ave right behind him with 14. Also ended up fouling out. Connor Dow with 15 hit that huge 3 to tie us at 77 and nearly banked in the game winner from three-quarter court. But he finishes with 15 and 3 made threes, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists for him. So those are the leading scorers for Oral Roberts. 4 Bison in double figures. It is Strickland, followed up by Wheeler, Thomas, and Carson. Strickland had 15, Wheeler, Thomas, and Carson had 14, and then Anderson had 12. And those were all the double-digit scores for NDSU. But once again, ORU falls to 5-12, 0-2 in conference play. North Dakota State at 12-5 and 2-0 in conference play. But it is hard to fault the effort from anybody wearing a navy blue jersey here this afternoon. It was a hard-fought battle. Give both teams a lot of credit, but ORU heads into a week off, and now they will welcome St. Thomas into the Mabee Center on Saturday. So it doesn't get any easier as you face some of the best teams in the entire conference to start off conference play. And it'll be a hard week, but it'll be a lot of lessons that ORU can apply to this week and see how they bounce back on the other side of this thing. But once again, there's no beating around the bush, and there's no other way of putting it. This was a heartbreaking loss, and one you like to have back if you're Oral Roberts. Once again, the final score in double overtime, NDSU 79 and Oral Roberts 77. We'll have a head coach conversation with Corey Barnett coming your way here on the Empire Fence postgame show, so stick around for that. We'll take one more quick break and have KB on the other side. This is the Empire Fence postgame show right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of four with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of four for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of four with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of four for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Welcome back inside the Empire Fence postgame show here on the ORU Sports Network. Connor Clark, now pleased to be joined by the head coach, Corey Barnett. And, Coach, I know there's no moral victories, and this is another heartbreaking loss for your squad, but I think the fight that they supplied today was something, honestly, to admire, because I know you guys as a staff challenged them over the last couple of days, especially after the loss at UND, and it seemed like that fight came to fruition, especially in that first half. You have some key guys foul out. Of course, you lose Ty down the stretch in that half, but some guys really stepped up in some big ways.
Yeah, I'm proud of our guys. I mean, I've never been a part of a game like that before. I mean, it was, yeah. To be honest with you, I'm seeing red right now. I don't want to say a lot about the worst officiating crew I've ever seen, but 31-13, but we can't have a victim mindset. We have to control. We can control, not giving up 23 offensive rebounds, regardless of what it was on their end. It felt like it was a war on one and not a war on the other for whatever reason. But you come into a place like this, who's going to compete for the league, and you're not going to get a call. And we know that. We've been prepared for that. I thought our guys fought, and I'm heartbroken for them, because I thought they left every single thing out there on the court. And I wish we would have found a way to get that dub.
Well, Yuto Yamaduchi-Williams had a really, really good road trip. Career high 20 the other night. He's got 19 here today. Had some monster putbacks. Some really nice two-man game going with Connor Dow and Cal Furnish as well down the stretch. What can you say about his play and just the overall presence he's starting to provide down low?
I think we've turned a corner with Yuto, and I'm prayerful that he continues to take that next step. Now he's got to handle success, and unfortunately, it's not success in wins; it's success in statistics, and that's not what he came here to do. He didn't come here to have 19 points and 20 points and losses. He came here to win, and the thing I'm more proud of him than anything else, not the statistics, it's making winning plays consistently. His body language, who he was on the bench. I mean, he fouls out, and I thought he handled it really, really well, because that could have been a tilter in the game with how he handled that last foul. But I thought he responded in a real way, and unfortunately, we have to figure out a way to make toughness play. So we're going to get back, and we have a week to prepare for a very, very good, well-coached St. Thomas team. But you're playing the two of the top teams in this league from whatever you look at, preseason rankings, KenPom rankings, all of it. These two are really good, them and St. Thomas. So we got to be ready to respond.
And last thing for you, I know a game like this, when you have to play guys down the stretch, seeing crunch time really for the first time, i.e. Cal Furnish, Martins Killips. I mean, how important, how valuable is a day like today for those younger guys on your roster, because now they know what it's like?
No, there's no doubt. And I thought they showed a ton of poise throughout, and I was really proud of what they did. And they came in and in some really hard moments. And we talk all the time about not flinching, and I didn't see a guy in our roster who flinched. Did that mean everybody played really well? No, but our guys went in there consistently and they fought and they put their nose. We have to figure out a way where we come up with every 50-50 ball. That is what our edge is. And I did not like, again, our start to this game. And I really thought that both teams came out very lackadaisical. And in those moments, we had a chance to really take reins, but we weren't mature enough to be able to put them down 10-15 early on in that game, which could have been a serious difference maker. And unfortunately, it ends in a 79-77 double overtime loss.
Well, Coach, as always, thanks so much for the time. Pleasure to talk, and we'll talk to you soon.
God bless.
Thanks so much. That said, Coach Corey Barnett, your post-game on the Empire Fence post-game show following the 79-77 double overtime loss against North Dakota State. Now, ORU will have a week to regroup before they take on yet another really, really good Summit League team in St. Thomas, and luckily they'll have them at home this time around, but still no short task for the Golden Eagles. So that'll do it for us here from the Shields Center in Fargo, North Dakota. Big thanks to our sponsorship group, as always, for helping us out, put on these great broadcasts. Big thanks to our entire ORU Sports Network crew for making us look and sound great each and every single broadcast. And a big thanks to all of you for making us a part of your first Saturday of 2026. Hopefully the game overall did not disappoint, but of course a disappointing result for the Golden Eagles here this afternoon. So this is Connor Clark saying so long from Fargo. We'll talk to you on Monday for the Coaches Show, and then on Saturday as Oral Roberts takes on one of the best in the Summit, the St. Thomas Tommies. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. This has been Golden Eagle Basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.